All right, good day, everyone. Welcome to the Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer Tournament. Today we have Liam Atlas versus Dorkmaster Flek in, I believe this is the round of 32. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Semper Firedog. How are you doing today, Semper?
I am doing fantastic. Ready for another SMZ3 race. I've been craving this stuff all weekend. Like I can't. There's nothing to watch, so I gotta wait. I gotta wait for my fix.
Yeah, we are starting to whittle it down a little bit. We had so many streams going on. We were in the group stage, and now we're just starting to knock people out. So we're getting through this. Also want to welcome in our tracker Sarah UX, doing the hard work behind the scenes, because what we do is just talk. Talking's not hard. Clicking buttons may sound easy. It's not. I've done it. I'm terrible. I'm happy to have a good tracker.
I've done both at the same time, and that gets confusing.
No,
You forget what you're doing. You forget what you're doing. And you forget which one you're supposed to do more importantly. I look forward to a good race. I hope it's not an Agassi. I've seen far too many of those recently. I'm tired of seeing them. I just want to have a good, clean, nice 2.5 hour seat. Boom, done.
Well, I don't necessarily need a 2.5 hour seat, but let's not go more than 3.5, please. Let's have things in good places. And
you know how cursed I am, so
yeah, I do. I've played some of those seats that you've calmed that have been cursed.
You willingly signed up for this, so and here we go. Now, as you see, most people will start and go straight to Link to the Past because there's far more item quests or item checks there than there are in Super Metroid. You have one in logic check and one out of logic check in the beginning.
Yep, no surprise they both went ahead and went straight to Link to the Past, like you said.
For normal logic, that's usually the play anyway. I mean, that's just what I've noticed over time.
Even in hard logic, the second item is the same item that's out of logic in normal, so it doesn't really get you much extra. I didn't even see it was on Lake Hylia Island. We do get an energy tank.
It was a pizza.
Piece of heart? Yeah, we're not coming back for that.
Yeah, it's staying there. There's no reason to get that, unless we're desperate, which I don't think we will be.
Oh, we get the double uncle play here. Only going to really realistically be able to check 2 items at this point. If they get some sort of a weapon, they could continue on into the escape, but no guarantee of that.
Dorkmaster got a lucky bomb drop off the blue guard there. That doesn't really help him much now, but it will help him when he gets over to Kakariko.
Of course, the uncle having bombs is nice.
There we go.
Yeah. Link to the Past with the combo randomizer is a little bit different when it comes to some of these earlier items. In Link to the Past, it's pretty certain you'll get at least enough bombs or enough rupees to buy bombs in the combo, because we have all the missiles and super missiles and a lot of the other Super Metroid items into the pool. It's less likely, or I shouldn't say it's less. It's more likely that you're going to have issues with money and/or bombs.
That's our second energy tank so far. That's pretty good early health for Super Metroid. Also, we got a pack of giant flying bombs from the other check in the sewers there. So now it looks like Liam is going to go to the forest and check out the Thieves' Hut, while Dorkmaster is going to do a Houlihan.
That would be my guess. Yeah, the Houlihan's nice in this because I guess we were talking about money earlier, so he can now have plenty of money to buy bombs and or pay for the bottle vendor, etc. Liam finding some power bombs is really nice early. Ideally, when you get that Morphball, you want to have 15 power bombs, but you need to have at least 1 to get very far.
Having 15 makes traversing Brinstar easy. Having 5 makes it more difficult.
Pretty much guarantees you're going to have to either farm for power bombs at some point or skip something. The nice bush crab drop of the 20 rupees. Unfortunately, I only managed to get 3 of them, but it's always a nice little way to get refills. Oh, wow, hammer. Nice early item.
It's hammer time. I had to. I hope that's not trademarked. And Dorkmaster got another 2 more lucky bomb drops on the 50-50 bushes over here, plus on a guard again. So I don't think he's going to need to buy them. He's got 7 at this point.
Yeah, he's really been looking for those bombs pretty hard, and plus picking up the money just to be sure.
It ensures his ability to check that bottle vendor. The race game is power bombs.
Okay, I would pick those up.
Yes,
Let's see if he does.
Considering he doesn't have any yet, I would definitely go get them.
Like, I don't stop picking up power bombs until I at least have that magic 15 number that allows you to get through the Brinstar area pretty easily. Plus, gives you crystal flash ammo, guarantee lack of ice beam. You can get through the Metroid rooms. Chances are you're going to get a lot more in the future, but that early power bomb usage, you really have to pay attention to those power bombs. So getting some early is really nice.
The Blind's Hot had missiles, power bombs, missiles, and supers. I think
all the ammo.
Bombs.
Yeah, lots of ammo.
So we have a whole bunch of ammo and not much else. The Siri UX, yeah, the sound is desynced for me too, for sure. Like I see what happens a second after I hear the sound. There's our first glove in the well. That's nice. I didn't even look what was in the library because I was too busy looking at the well.
And another power bomb pack. So Liam might actually be able to skip that other one because I think he's got 3 already. But 20 is having those extra power bombs is just so nice. And a mushroom. How about a fetch
our
quest?
First fetch quest and a bottle, a vanilla bottle in the back of the tavern.
That's a great place for a bottle because you can just go right up and check Sick Kid.
You just gotta go across the street. He's right there. The bottle vendors. Oh, it's an early charge beam. Bottle vendor. Where did we get a sword?
I didn't think we got one. And they'll converge in the chicken hut for a second.
There's a high five coming in. Nope, and he got a chicken clip too. I forgot what I was going to say. That happens a lot. Oh yeah, the bottle vendor giving us a rebate, 20% back from what we spent, which is not really worth it.
Nope.
I don't have a map check either.
Oh, Sick Kid had the charge beam. Okay. But yeah, we got the glove and we got the hammer. So we basically have Dark World access minus the Moon Pearl. Can't do much without that Moon Pearl. But the only way that looks like there's a good chance we're not going to have that Aga seed that you were afraid of, because the only way they'd have to kill Aga is if they had to get to that pyramid item. And assuming there were no ways to... It could be. It could be.
However, I'm seriously doubting it. We don't know what's on the lumberjack ledge either. And there could be something.
No, that's a really good point. We have not. No one looked at that. Yeah, Liam gonna go ahead and not pick up those power bombs. Still think I would have picked them up, but he's probably. I think he's got 3 packs already, so I can see him not picking them up.
I suspect him gonna go do the damn Nemoldorm Ice Rod Cave, and then go do either the escape or the back of escape because he's got those gloves.
Yeah, I like to see the back of escape first, and then go to the front, mainly because if you do the back first and then do the front, then you can better judge whether a Dark Cross is necessary.
Unless the seed glitches out and shows you don't have a map anyway.
Now that could still happen, but they know that now. So if they screw it up this time, it's on them.
You were there for that. That was a long night.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was there for all 5 or 6 hours of the double seed, or seed and a half, really.
Rando's gonna rando.
Okay, just some missiles. Still early enough that probably good to still pick those up. I mean, he does have a charge beam, but we're talking a 300-shot Mother Brain fight if you don't find any other beams, so having extra ammo is probably a good thing at this point.
So, Seiryu, what happened? From what I understand, they picked the map up in the back of Escape, and when they went to the front of Escape and checked the map wasn't there.
That's exactly what happened.
So it looked like they hadn't picked it up, so they assumed that it was in Dark Cross, and in Dark Cross was something critical, like Moon Pearl or a glove or something.
It was actually a Moon Pearl.
So they didn't go back there for like 2 hours.
Well, we figured out that it was an issue, and that's why we restarted a brand new seed.
There's our wave beam too. All right, so we got some nice early beams and a blue mail.
That wave beam is interesting because This being normal mode, that wave beam actually could potentially be progression either to the wave gate item or to Crocomire.
And it gives you an additional little bit of firepower just to be able to kill things easier. So wave charge is always a good start, especially early on.
Well, that Mother Brain fight just went from 300 shots to 220, so...
Hey, it's one step closer.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
The Aggle Edge is trash. It's 3 bombs, so we will not be needing that today.
Nope.
And now I think Dorkmaster is going to do a back of escape.
I like that choice. Ice Rod Cave in the meantime is Lamp.
Oh boy!
Mm-hmm.
That's good. No dark rooms, but at the same time, that's just another thing pointing in directions we don't want to go.
Yeah. It would literally have to be the Moon Pearl or something leading to the Moon Pearl on that ledge for Aga to be a thing at this point, so still not very likely. Could lead to something in Dark Cross, though.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Dorkmaster can now do his South Shore checks.
While Liam's gonna make his way down the dungeon to Zelda's chest. These guards are not very good at their job. They just let you walk past them. I don't know who's paying these guys, but they need to cut their salary or something.
Well, there's so many of them, because every time you kill one, they get replaced by a new one. I'm not sure I'd want that job.
No, definitely not. I mean, who wants to be, patrolling a dungeon and have some kid with a hammer come up and whack you dead?
Yeah, exactly. Or push you off the side.
Yeah, I think that might even be worse. That's just terrifying.
Oh, there's that map. We have not seen the key yet, so the key's got to be in Dark Cross at this point.
The key was in the back.
Oh, are you sure? Because if that's the case, then Liam should have an extra key unless he skipped the key.
Pretty sure I saw it back there.
Okay, then he actually didn't pick up one of the keys because he should still have one if that's the case. Not gonna matter though, because he doesn't need to actually go that way to get to the back of escape. So you may have actually skipped it on purpose. And just a 5 bomb capacity upgrade. We still have those in the combo randomizer, though not quite as many in version 11.
Now I suspect we're going to see him climb the mountain.
Yeah, because he's got that. No, he has the lamp. It's Dorkmaster doesn't have it yet.
He's about to.
Oh no, Liam hasn't done the back of escape. Dorkmaster. Okay, that explains why he didn't have
explains everything.
We're getting our players mixed up.
That happens. It's already happened. It's 12 minutes in. I'm already forgetting who's been where. This is not good.
Why can't you just route the same ways? Be the same. No, there's that key.
And he's gonna check Dark Cross because he knows it's an item.
Yep.
Yes, they both have wave beam. It'd be kind of hard not to. It's in Mini Moldorm Cave.
Which Dorkmaster just did. He's going to go ahead and pick up his lamp over here in Ice Rod Cave. Now the question about whether it's faster to get it from the back or the front. I think it's faster to get it from the front if you can death warp easily or have mirror. I don't know for sure.
I don't have any speed tricks, so I just go. That's why my personal best is a 323. It's really slow, so,
Okay, Dorkmaster now going to check the front of escape. Looks like Liam is going to head over towards the eastern area.
Gonna go check Sarsparella's hut, and probably the first 5 of eastern.
Yep.
Because with that lamp, it puts the whole front and the whole dungeon in logic, except for the bow. Obviously, we don't have that yet, unless it's
Yep.
there, which is possible.
It wouldn't be the strangest thing ever. Oh, we get our first map check, and it is a crystal at Eastern, green pendant at Desert.
And a red crystal at Hera, so that's nice. Missile boomerang power bombs in Sahasrala's hut. So that's more power bombs. That's like we're up to like 20 or 25 already, so we don't need any more of them. Now Liam's probably going to climb the mountain. He might even take a dip into Norfair once he does the mountain checks to see if he can see what's on the high jump area item that's available to him. I'm thinking the morph ball might be up on the mountain itself, but then again, I can never read these things correctly. We'll probably see that Agena check later on down the road. Maybe even after they get flute. Who knows? And he's going to go up. Is he going to check the Norfair first, or is he going to dip? Yep, he's going to go up. He's going to go up and check Spec Rock Cave. He can see what's on Spec Rock. He can get what's in Spec Rock Cave, and then that's about it. We got the powder on top of Spec Rock. That's a nice find, but you can't get it yet.
And flippers.
That's an interesting place to put your water shoes.
Well, that powder will be nice for later when they get the mirror. Of the fetch quest items, it's the one that actually has other uses.
I don't know if Morph Ball can be in Spore Spawn Supers. I think you need Morph Ball to get there.
No, yeah. When Total created his logic, you have to be able to not only get into the location, but get out of the location, even if the item's not there. So no, it cannot be. Morph Ball cannot be there.
I didn't think so. Just confirming that.
I'm pretty certain there are other versions of the SM randomizer where that is a possibility, but that's not the case here.
So now it looks like Liam's going to set up a Houlihan by dropping a bomb into a hole like this, and that's going to give him the money to go check Zora. That's the way to do the Houlihan if you have flippers already.
Yeah, this isn't bad. He could have just gone and found one of those bush crabs, since they are dropping big 20s. I tend to, when I see big 20s on those crabs, I tend to just farm them as much as I can as I'm going by them, like every time.
It's not a bad decision. Having extra money is always helpful, especially when you need those potions later on down the line.
But yeah, I'm thinking in terms of that early game, you know that Zora check is going to come up. It wouldn't be the first time we see a Morph Ball at Zora itself, so...
It could be Moon Pearl on Zora, and Morph Ball could be somewhere in the Dark World. I mean, it's all open world right now. I've
had that too.
I've had all sorts of nightmares. Morph Ball's been in some pretty crappy places.
And just 20 from the hobo.
All the old men are giving us 20 rupees today. I know you like your powder, so we're going to have to keep you away from it later on.
Well, it's my favorite luxury item. It's not my favorite Link to the Past item is Hookshot, but if you're going to ask me which luxury item I want, whether it be a mail upgrade, silver arrows, trying to think of the other ones. powder's the one I want most. It has so much use. Going up Ganon's Tower and some of the harder dungeons where you can just at will. Hey, there's an anti-fairy. I'm just going to turn it into a regular fairy.
We found our Merle in the Waterfall Fairy Cave, plus another 300 roops.
Yep, didn't have to do that whole hand after all.
Well, he's gonna have bonus money now.
That's right.
And I think that my favorite luxury item is definitely powder as well. Silver is a close second, but I can beat the game without silvers. Sometimes I really feel handicapped when I don't have powder, especially, as you said, in the later dungeon. That anti-fairy right outside of Vitreous' room is perfectly placed if you have powder.
Or the pokey room right before the vanilla big key chest in Turtle Rock. Hey, here's 4 anti-fairies coming right at you. Powder, they're gone. And a grapple beam.
He's got a hook shot of a sort.
Well, that grapple beam will open up X-ray. It'll open up Shack Tool when the time comes. Of course, you need Morph Ball first, so.
It'll also open up Wrecked Ship.
It'll open up Wrecked Ship, that's right.
Liam serenading us with his mushroom spam. Turning out to be a heart container in the mushroom, so that's not a bad thing. Not this early in the game, anyway.
And I like what Dorkmaster did there, taking the opportunity since he's right there right now and has plenty of money to buy that blue potion. No guarantee that we get the flute in this game, because we don't need the flute to beat it in any situation. So getting that, you might not have opportunity to go back to the witch's hut, and might not be easy to get back there. So going ahead and picking up that bottle now, very useful.
Definitely a good decision. Whereas Liam decided to get his bottle filled for free at the Waterfall Ferry, and it was a green potion. Yep. But oh wait, it will always be a green potion from now on.
That is another version 11 change. The bottle refills are no longer randomized in the SMZ3. It will always be a green potion.
Now we're going to get our Dark World checks. He's going to go straight to Hype Cave, because why not?
It's still 5 items.
And a map check? No.
It's probably like me. I have a tendency to forget to do my map checks early. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be about to go into a dungeon. I'll be like, wait, I need to know if this is a pendant or a crystal.
Wait a minute. It's the first thing I do. We got literacy.
Yeah, book opens up parts of desert for us. Can't finish it. Was that? Oh, we do. No, it opens up all of it.
We can full clear it if it's not boots locked.
If it's not boots locked, right. I was thinking of the fire source because we don't have a lamp on the tracker. It's easy to forget that they have that, but they do, so they can finish it if it's not boots locked.
It also allows. There we go. We got red pendant pod, blue pendant skull woods, red crystal, ice palace. That's a vanilla ice. That's a vanilla crystal.
Yeah. And pendant pod is always an interesting one. Not unusual for something to be in there.
Always check pendant dungeons, especially when it's Thieves Town, because I know you know all about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my least favorite pendant dungeon. This time it's not a pendant, so we're gonna full clear it.
And pendant pod has 5 items in it.
5 items.
So that's a huge amount of items in a densely packed area. So chances are, and it's available early. As soon as you can get Dark World access, you can usually get the pod. So going there early is definitely worth the check.
We'll see. I think we're going to do a lot of these West Dark World checks first. Probably do Thieves Town. Maybe dip Skullwoods.
I think pod's 5 items, isn't it? Or is it 6?
5. It's 5.
It is 5. Okay. Swamp is 6.
That's right. Swamp is 6. Pod is 5.
You had me doubting myself there for a second. I thought I knew what I was talking about. At this point, if I didn't know it was an SMZ3 game, I would say it's just Link to the Past because we haven't seen Super Metroid since the beginning.
We haven't even seen a whole lot of Super Metroid items. We've gotten a charge beam and a wave beam, and that's it.
A bunch of ammo.
And ammo. And energy tanks.
It's going to be nice for when we get back there. I'm curious why Dorkmaster is deciding to do Pendant Skull Woods for the couple checks that he can do here.
Well, a lot of people tend to think of Skull Woods as just another overall check. I tend to disagree, mainly because of the number of keys. There are 3 keys in Skull Woods, and it's not unusual for this entire front part to be completely empty. On the other hand, it's not unusual for it to have something either, so there's certainly worse checks you can make. And in this version of the randomizer, the pinball room is guaranteed to be a key, unlike in the regular Link to the Past randomizer, so it is one less check you have to worry about.
And we've got one more chest to check, and that'll be in the back of the... Back? In the front of the back?
Middle.
I don't know how that works.
It's the middle.
The middle. Let's go with the middle.
In one of the worst rooms in the game.
Yeah, this room sucks.
Yeah, there is a debate going on in vanilla Link to the Past as to which is the worst room in the game. Similar to the Metroid worst room in the game, which is pretty universally decided upon. And this one is one of the biggest candidates.
Ah, man, that's a tough call. There's a lot of really crappy rooms in Link to the Past.
And we do get an item, but it's just super missiles. And so that's it for Skull Woods.
Now we're going to get a check of Bumper Cave, which will be locked to us, but we'll have knowledge.
It's a boomerang.
Yeah, we're not coming back. We're not coming back for that one. We already have the boomerang, so...
Yeah, red boomerang I think is nice, but yeah, not coming back for that one.
I definitely like the red boomerang better, but the boomerang is... It's not in and out of the way location, so we're not getting it.
Oh god, and shout outs to Liam and the fast heartbeat.
Awesome.
I mean, you have to turn that on consciously.
That's fantastic. It could be worse. It could be one of those not safe for ears sounds from the Ocarina of Time rando. Or it's like the baby Goron crying or something obnoxious.
I'm thinking Metroid Fusion Ridley would be another one of those.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I'd mute it. They're like, nope.
Alright, so both runners converging into the village of Outcasts. We'll see if either one of them decides to go into Thieves Town.
The problem with Thieves Town is you can full clear it, but Hammer Blind with 6 hearts sucks.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's just no better way of saying that. It's not fun.
And even worse for Dorkmaster, he's only got 5 hearts.
There's our guaranteed big key in the first 4.
That looked like an intentional death. I'm a little surprised he did it there. Still 2 more front checks. I can definitely see choosing to not do the whole thing.
I'm just glad we don't hear the heartbeat anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
David, I'm not even commenting on that one.
All right, let's see if he continues. Looks like he's going to continue on, maybe? Yeah, he's going to continue on. I believe we got 2 items there.
Yeah, we got two red rupees from the front of Thieves Town so far.
Well, Crystal Thieves Town never has anything, so shouldn't expect anything different.
To answer a question in chat, there is only one mode for Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer, and that is Open. Open 7-7, defeat Ganon, defeat Mother Brain. We're not... I mean, as much as Inverted would be interesting to start with, that would...
Oh my god,
I don't know if
Inverted.
I'd want to do that.
No.
I don't even know how you would do that, because you'd have to start somewhere different in Super Metroid. Unless you left the...
Yeah, it doesn't work.
You'd
be a bunny as soon as you go in. Yeah, you'd be a bunny in the light world. That would be a problem.
Unless you change the warp location and make the criteria portal end up at the house south of the bomb hut. I don't know, the bomb shop.
I know. Don't give Total any ideas. I don't think we're gonna see that anytime soon. Another bottle. Is that bottle number 3?
It's at least 2. I know that. Maybe 3.
So it is item number 3 in this dungeon.
I would say you invert Super Metroid just by literally flipping the game 180 degrees. Put the lava on the ceiling and the spikes on the floor, you know?
There is a ROM hack called Super Metroid Rotation that rotates at 90 degrees.
See? It's not that hard to do another 90.
And we get the small key, so the last item could be in the big chest or could be on blind. If I'm the runners, I hope it's in the big chest so that if I can't quite handle the hammer blind, I don't have to worry about the item. Just come back here and kill blind later.
I would agree. And
another bottle. Okay.
Geez, okay.
Well, okay. It is the 4th item, so now we don't have to worry about. Yeah. I mean, I probably go ahead and attempt this fight, but then if I fail it, if I'm not good enough to do this is a tough fight with hammer. If I fail this fight, then I just go ahead and come back later. It's not an item. I will have to do it at some point, but there are gonna be plenty of chances to be in this area.
Yeah, and come back later with even just a sword makes it easier.
Oh, for sure.
The problem with hammer blind is the hammer hitbox is so small and so wonky. Sometimes it just doesn't work.
Well, and the script is not really a thing. It looks like Liam doing really good on this. So he finishes off. He doesn't really have too much trouble. But yeah, because typically with a sword, you have a very specific script that you follow to make the fight easier, and that doesn't really happen with the hammer. But that was a really nice fight from Liam.
And at 32 minutes, we have our first boss down. However, our areas of progression are getting narrower, more and more narrow as we go.
We do have the pod area. We can go there.
We also have desert.
Choice. Desert is open to us. That green pendant could be calling. And there's still that first check in Super Metroid that's in logic. If vanilla morph ball is not unheard of. Yeah.
Oh my. That would be hilarious.
Looks like we're getting an Eastern check over here from Liam. Dorkmaster not having quite as much success with blind. We'll come back later.
It's not a bad decision. It's not an easy fight.
You could lose a lot of time going back and forth trying to do that over and over again. And hopefully by the time he gets back here, if he has boots, then it becomes a very quick dungeon. It's going to be a time loss compared to Liam. Liam having being able to finish the fight off. Dorkmaster did his big game.
Sorry, the first item in Eastern is the big key, so we will be able to check that big chest the first time around.
And more super missiles. They're gonna have a ton of ammo by the time they go back into Super Metroid. It's always a little weird.
Yeah, there's gonna be a whole bunch.
It's always a little bit weird when you get into Super Metroid and you have all this ammo and all this energy tank. You really haven't done anything there yet.
I mean, it's great for people who really aren't that good at Super Metroid. It's like a surprise. Like, oh, I'm starting the game with 10 A-tanks and 3 beams. Woohoo!
Yeah, to the comment about they don't need ammo because they have charge beam, I would completely disagree with that. One, you do need a certain amount of ammo for Mother Brain 1 regardless. Two, their charge beam is still just Ice Wave. No, they don't have Ice yet. Their charge beam is just Wave. So that's still an 120 shot Mother Brain fight. Better than the 300 shot fight without Wave Beam, but still, you know, but would like to supplement that with ammo. It's certainly not as important when you have charge beam though.
It definitely lessens your chances of getting soft locked in bosses like Ridley, Bot's Wound, things like that.
Yeah, you won't get soft locked anywhere except Mother Brain 1 if you have charge beam. Yeah, I still disagree with the statement. Any more ammo? I still disagree with that statement because I actually don't know what the numbers are, but you know, if I'm playing this game and I have charge wave, I'm still picking up supers. Maybe not missiles as much, but certainly I'm picking up supers.
Supers do a lot more damage than charge wave does.
Okay, sure do. Okay, I believe that's it for Eastern. And Liam just gonna go ahead and damage himself down and death warp because he's probably gonna head into pod next. It'll be a little bit quicker to do it from the exit of Eastern here.
That would make sense.
And it looks like Dorkmaster's going to check the pyramid ledge. I don't believe we've seen this yet.
We have not. He may even go check Catfish while he's here, but I don't know if he will or not. It's not a check easily done, and it's not exactly easy to get back to at some point. So.
Looks like he's thinking about that missile and decides not to pick it up. And it looks like he is heading over to Catfish, and hopefully he makes it there, because he's down to 1 heart.
Yeah, it just takes being a little bit careful. These little tentacly hoppy things are kind of painful.
Yeah, even on Blue Mail, they do a full heart of damage.
The Dark World is not meant for the faint of heart.
No.
Come on, something on Catfish. Let's see it. While on Liam's side, he's getting scammed by Kiki the Monkey.
Yep. Maybe Bollocked right away has a bottle, so may choose to use that to glitch to the back.
Catfish has garbage. That's disappointing. A long walk for nothing. Ooh, the mirror.
That'll make routing this a lot easier. Okay, Liam just gonna leave with that mirror.
Yeah, no, he's out. He's going to the mountain. He's gonna go do Hera.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Probably gonna do Catfish first since he didn't just save and quit. Depending on what item Bollocks the Bollock's Pod, in this case, a useful item that opens a bunch of checks. I can certainly see the argument for going ahead and following it rather than continuing on. When continuing on is a sequence break.
Sometimes staying in logic seems to be the best decision, because sometimes you forget where you broke the sequence and you never go back.
Yeah, sequence breaking can be a double-edged sword for sure. Dorkmaster getting his rupees from the hobo. Liam hasn't checked the pyramid ledge, so he's just going to see those missiles.
Now I suspect Dorkmaster is going to make the same plays that Liam just made.
Liam, no decision necessary. Sees those missiles, doesn't want them.
I lied. Dorkmaster is going to desert. He's going to go check Agina, which we haven't seen yet, and he'll be able to get inside desert and do some checks there.
Well, the book could be leading us to that, so not a bad choice.
Morph ball on pedestal? Are you crazy? I don't think that would... I mean, that would take some serious work. I hope not. Gina's not holding much. Just $5.
Not even picking up the bomb capacity there.
It's not worth it.
Nope.
The desert ledge has 10 sticks. And we're going to get our first look into Norfair.
We can check one item.
One item here. And that is the item just prior to high jump.
Yep. We can check this item in the back of... Oh!
What?
What? We can't get there yet, though. Okay, so Speed Booster's got to show up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and Liam's going to have to wait for this Nova to come back before... Yeah, you're just going to reset.
He's like...
Yeah, you know what? There's actually... And one of the reasons that actually works out really well for him in terms of resetting that is that the other two items in that high jump area are actually fairly common to forget, because you'll see the door was already shot out and you'll forget that you didn't check the other two items. Looks like Liam's going to do his... Actually, let's see. He could go ahead and do those other two checks. Speed Booster could be in that Morph Ball location. So right now it's a search for Speed Booster, because that will open up Crocomire. Varia as well, but honestly, they have enough E-tanks that I would just do the Hell Runs if I found Speed Booster. I wouldn't even bother looking for Varia. Just get that Morph Ball.
Logically, we need Varia. Yeah,
well, logic is definitely a thing that they need to keep track of. But
it's mostly a suggestion for sure, especially for runners of this caliber.
I remember when we found that Waveme, I mentioned Croc.
Hey, I always bet on Croc. That's me. I always bet on Croc for sure.
But yeah,
so definitely betting on him this time.
Yeah, and he can pick up his powder, so that's nice. But yeah, the Waveme early in a normal seed just really often points to Crocomire or the Crocomire. He doesn't actually even have to kill Crocomire to get that item even.
While we
just
were
needs a
busy
Speed Booster.
Looking at the Morph Ball in Croc Escape, Dorkmaster showed us that the Desert Palace is indeed boots locked.
Alright, so may never go back there.
Ooh, Quake Medallion is on Ether Tablet.
Is that French vanilla?
Well, I mean... Yeah.
It's a medallion on a medallion tablet. It's not a terrible place for a medallion if it turns out that's what you need for Turtle Rock. If it's what you need for Meyer, that's a little less fun.
Yes. But if you're hopefully at that point, if you're going into Meyer, you have the flute. That just makes life easier in the long run.
Okay, to answer the question, yeah, if Liam was probably intending to go right back into Zelda from that location near the high jump boots, but he would have had to wait. The amount of time he would have had to wait there, because he didn't get the kill of the Nova there right away to open the door back up, was long enough that it's just you're not losing time by resetting instead. Okay, Dorkmaster gonna go ahead and check out Eastern. Now that he's got that mirror.
So far, Hera has not proven to be useful yet.
Expect Hera necessarily to be where the progression is here. It could very well be that he'll get it in the east part of Death Mountain, where we have Paradox Cave with 7 items, and of course the 1 item in Spiral Cave. But this is a crystal dungeon, so we do it.
There are 2 or 3 items in Terra. Is it 2?
It's 2.
So we've already seen both of them. So we know that this is going to be a compass or a small key or a map. Very good Trolldorm fight. Very good. And we are halfway to unlocking the Pyramid Fairy. And now Liam's going to go over and check East Death Mountain, where he's going to build Paradox Cave, check what's on the floating isle, and do Spiral Cave. And if he finds Mitts, he can do East Death Mountain too.
Okay, piece of heart on the floating island. Not gonna go back for that.
Yeah, vanilla. Resident Sleeper Cave. It takes forever to walk through this thing.
This cave is terrible without boots. Worse if you don't have hookshot as well. Actually, it's not great with boots if you don't have a sword. So either way, like, he's missing all the items that make this area better.
Inconvenient cave at best right now.
Yeah.
Or pizza! Yay! I love pizza.
And just a piece of heart.
Watch them red Tectites. Them things hurt. And the bottom half of Paradox is going to give us 2 checks, while the top half is going to give us 5 more.
Bombs and bombs. Bombs
at least we can get through the walls.
Ooh, and Dorkmaster having a little bit of trouble. Oh, okay, he does get the deep and gets the compass in Eastern Palace. Oof.
Trolldorms suck to fight with just a hammer.
Yeah, he shouldn't need to kill him, because he should be able to save and quit right out of this room. We'll see if he does. There's that speed booter.
Alright, so I have a feeling he's going to go save and quit to the mountain and go straight back into...
Yeah. Yeah, and like, I don't think he's going to wait for... I don't think you wait for very... Oh, wait, no, going to... okay. I really thought you just go get it. He may want... It's still not... That Morphle is still not in Logic without Variasuit. But yeah, it's a 3-tank hell run. It's not... I mean, that's very, very doable. I'm a little surprised he doesn't just do it.
Is he going to go read the Bombo's tablet?
You could do that. Can't get the item without a sword. He may be going into Swamp Palace. He can do large portions of that. You can't finish it without a hookshot, though.
He's going to do K45 first.
Okay, I guess he wants to finish doing those mirror checks. But the way I see it, that morph ball opens up all of the Brinstar area, and it could be that Varia's in that very first spot. And if not, then
there's our
red mail. Okay, that'll make things safer. We're still only on 6 hearts, so I could have turned that down. But there's stuff you can do with that morph ball, and then figure out the Varia suit later.
Yes. Definitely. And Dorkmaster is going to be doing all the checks that we just saw Liam do, so...
Yep.
Looks like Liam's going to go check the Bombos tablet.
You know, maybe if you break the logic and get that morph ball, that's just a missile, then perhaps you can... maybe you find a hook shot in the Brinstar area. So now when you go to Swamp, which could be your Varia location since it's open before Morph Ball was, that could be it. And now you can full clear it when instead of dipping it. It would be a logically required double dip if Varia suit's in there, potentially. Depending on where that hook shot actually is.
And we can do quite a number of checks in there as well. I think there's 4 checks we can't do, and that would be the 4 in the back.
Yep.
Possibly 5 if the big key's locked back there as well.
Yeah, there's at least 4 you can do for sure. Or you can get up to 4 items, because if the big key is in one of those 4 chests, then the 4th item would be in the big chest.
Chat making a good point. We do have hammer and powder, so that does put Magic Bat in.
It is, yep. Magic Bat could be a thing.
However, it's more profitable usually to go to the more dense item locations and come back to the one-offs later.
Yeah, Liam can go into desert and find out its boots locked. I have a feeling that Quake is going to matter. The game gives us the book. There's nothing on Bombo's tablet. Desert is a pendant, and we know Quake's on a tablet. So
Desert green pendant.
It's green. Yeah, green pendant doesn't always give us anything.
Something required was on the green pendant.
I've lost lots of time in Link to the Past chasing a green pendant that has rupees or bombs.
I don't remember which race it was, but I know the green pendant recently was required, and I can't remember which race it was, to be honest.
Yeah, it does happen. And the fortunate thing is once you have boots, desert is a fairly quick dungeon to clear. But
I see what you did there. Boots make you quick.
Yes, they do.
We are, Brent, to answer your question, or just comment on a statement in chat, we've already seen the mushroom, and it was just a heart container. So, mushroom is dead.
Okay, so Liam is going to check that powder location. I think he really is trying to sniff out that Varia suit. I would go to Swamp Palace if I weren't going to sequence break to the Morph Ball. But this could be it.
For a difficult chase, Moldorm goes down for Dorkmaster.
Yeah, that Moldorm really wanted to stay on that left side, which is really not where you want to try and hit him, because you don't want to fall into that little hole in the middle. That hole in the middle of having you go down 2 floors. So I don't blame him for taking that slow and waiting.
Definitely got the Sank Heart in the Magic Bat.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a terrible place for Sank Heart. You're saving and quitting. Okay, we've got 4 E-tanks. And this is interesting. Okay, so is he gonna... She's got to be checking the Morph Ball pedestal. I'm hoping for Varia there.
He's...
4 tanks... Four tanks in a reserve is plenty to do the... Oh, he's gonna do the speed booster checks. Okay.
Yeah, he can do this. He can do early supers.
Yeah. God, just go do the hell runs. Go get the Morph Ball. 4 tanks in a reserve is plenty.
I would.
It's enough.
Break that for sure, because now you're gonna have to come back here if there's something that you can't get to with Morph Ball.
And Varia could still be in one of these locations that's not speed locked. So you could use, this is going to be potentially, this is going to be a double dip of Brinstar, and unnecessary. Logically required, perhaps, but definitely unnecessary.
I understand wanting to stay in logic, but sometimes it just seems tragic.
Yeah, I don't think it's for me, it's not really a matter of staying in logic or not staying in logic. For me, it's a matter of if you don't stay in logic, keeping track. And maybe that's just something he doesn't want to have to worry about. Because we are getting to the point where there's only a limited number of locations that Varisuit could be.
I think that your call for it being in Swamp is a good call.
Now, if he doesn't find anything good here, Liam can go ahead and reset. Worse is when you go here and you find something that you can't reset. I'd rather... Especially if it's something of questionable use, like a mushroom, like we already seen that, maybe a shovel. And we see supers.
Well, we know we're going to have to come back anyway, so...
Exactly. Everybody's dream is to get the Bryn skip, and it's just so rare that it actually happens.
Yeah, because Brinstar has so many items in it, the chances of it being skippable are just...
Okay, he found nothing and is not resetting. I'm really surprised. Like, he got rupees and super missiles. And, you know, if you want to go to Blue Bryn, this is not the quick way to do it. You reset and you go down to Blue Bryn.
Exactly.
Looks like Dorkmaster also going to do the Super Metroid checks. I don't believe he checked the Norfair area, so he doesn't know where that Morph Ball is. So I kind of like this play a little bit better from him.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. I don't think he ever went in that door.
Again, Spore Spawn Supers require Morph Ball. He can go there, but he's not going to be able to get out. And it requires Morph Ball to get out, so not going to go there because it's an automatic soft lock. And even though we know where Morph Ball is, if we didn't, Spore Spawn Supers could not have it because, again, the logic requires you to be able to get out of whatever location you find an item in, even if you don't find the actual item.
For the SMZ3, anyway.
Yeah, for SMZ3. That is not necessarily the case in all Super Metroid by themselves randomizers. On the other hand, Super Metroid on its own is just like Link to the Past, where you have a billion settings that you could put together.
Oh, yeah. Settings that are like, oh, it says noob setting, and then you get in there, and it's definitely not designed for noobs.
No, the setting you want if you're new is SMRat.
Learned that the hard way.
The SMRat being a tournament that's specifically meant for new players, and has the logic set up that way.
Because Super Metroid is not an easy game.
Nope.
So now we're down in Blue Bryn. Now what's going to be on the Morph Ball pad?
Just money. He doesn't even bother picking it up. We'll see if Dorkmaster resets from... No. See, I would if I was planning on staying and finishing this area, because 50 rupees... I mean, everything is free in Super Metroid to pick up, because you don't have the 7-second fanfare. Oh, dude. Oh, that is hilarious! Honestly...
That's interesting.
See, and this is why you pick up that Morph Ball. Because now you're going to have to... You can't reset this, or you could reset it, not have Gravity Suit later, and just plan on picking it up later, I guess. But...
What is this nonsense? Yeah. We don't have access to the Meridia, so we can't do anything there.
Nope. That Gravity Suit doesn't open anything up, because the Gravity Suit does not protect against heat, does not open up, does not make it any easier to get the Morph Ball. Dorkmaster having reset out of the Pink Prince Star area. He'll go down and see his gravity suit. To answer the question in chat about major minor logic, no. In SMZ3, there is no such thing as major minor logic. It's full on randomizer.
To answer another question in chat, the morph ball is in the Crocomire escape, locked behind the super missile door in the business center of Upper Norfair, requiring speed booster and or
it requires
or barrier suit.
So specifically because it's a morph ball, they need to have speed booster, various suit, and wave beam for it to be in logic. But with 4 tanks in a reserve, that is not a difficult hell run. And they need something to get across that area, so grapple beam or space jump, and they have all of those things. They have that grapple beam.
I definitely am leaning more and more towards your suggestion of it being in Swamp Palace.
Yep. I mean, if I'm not gonna go sequence break to that morph ball, that's where I'm headed.
Nice short charges from both of them to get that gravity suit.
Yeah, you can do that instead of doing the deboost.
So a lot easier. I don't know how to do that deboost, but I do know how to do the short. Well, I don't know how to do the short charge, but I can get a shine spark there.
I was say you don't. Yeah, that area does not need a short charge to get the shine spark there. So. Right, it's 2 reserves, so 4 E-tanks, 2 reserves. It's just that's not a difficult hell run. 4 E-tanks and 2 reserves if you're going over to Bubble Mountain. Not a terrible hell run, but if you're not experienced in that hell run, then yeah, I wouldn't do that hell run. But the one to Crocomire is not bad. There's a refill right in the area. It's just a matter of just don't actually have to go to Croc. Okay, where is Liam going? Did we not already dip Skullwoods?
I don't remember who dipped Skullwoods at this point.
It may have been Dorkmaster.
I think they both did. We cannot check old Mother Brain missiles yet. We don't have any way to get into them. I mean, technically, you could try to booster them.
It's not in logic to check it with speed booster, though it is possible to check it with speed booster. It is both a short charge and a speed keep. I don't even think that's in logic in hard mode, but I won't say that for sure.
I agree with you. I don't think it is either. I've never seen it, never heard of it. So I've seen it done, but I've never heard the actual terminology for it. So, and it looks like Dorkmaster might actually be headed to Swamp.
Yeah, I like this call from Dorkmaster. He, of course, does not know. He has not scouted out that morph ball.
That's what he's looking for. He doesn't know it. Or maybe not. Where's he going? Okay.
No, this looks like the swamp play.
He's just walking around the water instead of going through it.
He might choose to check Bombos and K45 first. Do those mirror checks. Have we seen Graveyard Ledge? That might be where Liam is headed to right now.
We have not. And that is definitely where he's headed.
That is definitely a location that various suit could be.
Could also be the boots, which lead to our various suit inside King's Tail, which would be really cool.
And of course, without boots or mitts, this maze becomes an actual maze.
Yes, you actually have to try. And there's my favorite suit in the game on Dorkmaster's side, the Phazon suit.
Picking up that red mail. And just a hurt container on the Graveyard Ledge. So still looking like we're going to find something in Swamp Palace.
And here we go.
Swamp Palace never feels good without a hook shot.
No. No, it doesn't. It's like doing Ice Palace without a fire rod.
I'd rather do Ice Palace without a fire rod.
Or Turtle Rock without an ice rod.
No, Turtle Rock without an ice rod is the ice rod hunt, so...
I mean, at that point, that's just like basically the norm. Everybody knows that the vanilla location for Ice Rod is on Laser Bridge.
Or Mimic Cave. Okay, Liam also heading into Swamp Palace. So Dorkmaster gaining quite a bit of time here, except for the fact that, oops. Yeah, I think he forgot to menu off that here. I've done that before.
He's like, I got a hammer, whack! I'm back at the entrance. That's not what I wanted.
Oh yeah, and not only are we Swamp Palace without a hookshot, we're also Swamp Palace without a sword. So
Yeah, we're an hour in and still haven't found a single weapon or a single sword. Excuse me. The hammer's technically a weapon, but it's more of a tool. It has far more utility than a sword does.
tank.
Not exactly what we wanted to see.
Nope. Although maybe, just maybe, it gets Liam to do those hell runs.
Maybe. Maybe you get somebody to do the hell runs. Because I think Dorkmaster's running out of options too, so he may finish what he can do in Swamp, and then go look at the business center because he hasn't been there yet.
No, he has not checked it out. Now, there's a really good chance we are going to find Varia suit here.
That is true, and if he does get Varia here, that gives him even more reason to go to the business center there.
It really does.
To answer a question in chat, the business center is the name of a location in Upper Norfair right after Kraid. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what people call it. So that's why it's called that.
Over the years, the Super Metroid community has named every room. Now, there's some room names that are less commonly used because either you don't go there very often or just they get referred to as kind of group. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, there's the boots.
Okay, that just opened up another 2 locations that Varia suit could be.
That opens up Bonk Rocks. That opens up King's Tomb. Let's just get the item on the library ledge, which we know is trash. Lets us full clear desert.
Yeah, that puts that green pendant back into play.
Very green pendant.
That sounds horrible. I mean, there are some players that would, at this point, just start planning for a lower Norfair hell run setup, just because it's going to be. They just won't want to go back to lesser points, further back in the logic, just to find that Varia suit.
Green pendant, or not green pendant, lumberjack was bombs, so we're not doing that.
Nope.
I almost said green pendant was bombs, and that would have been an interesting lie.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, it could be. It could be bombs.
The best thing about that is it gives me options, because it could be bombs, power bombs, or morph ball bombs, and I could be right on all 3 accounts. Depending on which one it is.
Yeah, and without the hook shot, we don't have the option to do diver down strats here. So we have to do this the long way to get to the left side.
Unfortunately. You have to do it the real way.
Is slow.
I don't know about you. I always go left, because I just do left-handed search patterns. That's what I do. Even though I'm a righty. It's weird. There's the big key, so that gives us another check, too. French vanilla big key.
Okay, could be worse. Big key there when you finish the dungeon and have to come back in is the worst. But that's not the case here.
Having the big key on the boss is kind of unfortunate.
That's another bad one.
One of 2 dungeons where the big key does not have to be before the boss.
Yeah, this one and Skull Woods. And just a map.
The big chest could have something. Come on, Varia. I mean, we're running out of places where it could be.
We are, for sure, running out of locations.
We know it's not in Pod. Because Pod is bow locked.
We could find a bow.
True. If we find a bow, then Pod is up. Pod opens up. So does Eastern. So does.
Yep.
But this does open desert. I'm thinking green pendant.
Yeah, I think I checked the Bonk Rocks and the King's Tomb first, and then if those don't give us anything, then I go, and there it is in the big chest.
All right. So now Dorkmaster's like, all right, I know where I'm going. And we'll see Liam go there shortly afterwards. He's going to go straight there. Promise.
Well, the difference is
promise.
Liam knows exactly where to go now. He's got that various suit. Dorkmaster doesn't. So he may go to desert first.
Yeah, he is.
Which is really unfortunate.
The only thing that's going to be good for Dorkmaster here is if Green Pendant is something, or there is something required in desert.
Yeah, I mean, if he finds a bow, if he finds the hook shot, I should say the bow. This is, of course, SMZ3, where we don't have progressive bows, so there's only one bow out there. An ice rod, a fire rod. I mean, there's plenty of items that they need that could be here. But this morph ball is going to open up pretty much all of Super Metroid for Liam here.
Yeah. He can do all of Norfair, all of Upper Norfair, all of Meridia.
Logically speaking, it does not open up Lower Norfair, but it is available to him if he wants to do a gravity jump.
You would need space jump to do that, for logically speaking, I believe.
The fact that he was unwilling to do those hell runs tells me he's not going to do a high jumpless gravity jump. In particular, a high jumpless gravity jump, which is, if you've not practiced it, is not a trivial thing to do.
I'm not doing that at all, ever. I will scavenge the world for the items I need. Not having my movement items in Super Metroid makes me feel like I'm just terrible. I mean, I'm a bad player anyway, but that makes me feel worse.
Yeah, and to be fair, even if he got to Lower Norfair, he really doesn't have a way through worst room in the game other than the near pixel perfect wall jump. So that is something that's never in logic. Interesting that he is going ahead and doing Crocomire. He doesn't actually need to kill Crocomire to get that morph ball, but probably wants to check these other locations.
He might as well.
But probably would have been well served to get that morph ball first and then come back for Crocomire, because the items behind Crocomire, some of them need that morph ball.
And Dorkmaster is leaving desert. He did not find anything useful there.
Okay, looks like, Liam gonna go ahead and pick up that morph ball and then come back down. If he's, well, I mean, you don't kill Crocomire unless you're gonna go check all the items, I don't think. I mean, it's just one item that he was able to check.
Bonkarox had our Bombos medallion in it, so that could be necessary.
Yeah, might need it for Ice Palace.
Might also need it to get into Turtle Rock or Misery Mire.
Might be a medallion requirement, right?
And there's our morph ball, finally, at 1 hour and 11 minutes. Yay, now we can start doing Super Metroid stuff.
So, no, to answer the question, chat, we have no access to Mire, so no one's checked the medallion requirement there. We would need either, well, I mean, technically, again, Liam Atlas could get there using a gravity jump. It would be a sequence break. Otherwise, you would want to have space jump to get into Lower Norfair, or flute to get there. Flute and mitts to get there using the back door.
Liam, we're going to check out the rest of the croc, seeing if there's anything useful down here. We have 3 more items to check down here?
Yep.
There's $20. That's not.
I don't need that.
And now Indiana Jones. This is always a fun room.
Yeah, but with Speed Booster, you can just Shine Spark up to the item, so I don't think we're going to see any actual Indiana Jones strats here. He is going to do the Grapple Beam item first, though. And it's just a heart container. But they're still pretty low heart, so no surprise that he picks that up.
Oh,
And
a
an
nice
ice rod.
rod. That's required too.
Yep,
Nice.
yeah, we need that.
Normally, when I see an early ice rod, I think pendant turtle rock, but here we already know that turtle rock is required.
Yeah, that is not a good location for the ice rod. Nobody wants to have to do Croc just for an ice rod, trust me.
Always bet on Croc, though. Croc's always got the goods, or at least a
Except
good.
when he doesn't.
And now he's going to make his way probably over to Bubble Mountain.
That'd be reasonable.
Because that opens up Speed Booster, Wave Beam. I mean, you can do a whole lot of stuff now. You basically clear all of Upper Norfair.
Yeah, there's 8 items available there, plus the Cathedral item would be a 9th item. He can go back to the Business Center area, clear out the high jump boots, clear out the Ice Beam. All that stuff is in logic now. Looks like he's not going to bother with that. He's going to... Yeah, this is not the direction you go in if you're planning on going over to Bubble Mountain.
Our tracker, Siri UX, telling us that King's Tomb had a piece of heart.
In other words, nothing.
Yeah, trash. I think that's vanilla, maybe?
No, King's Tomb is the Cape location.
Oh, that's right, that's right. It's been so long, I can't remember.
Well, so many of the overworld locations are pieces of heart, so it's not a bad guess usually. And high jump boots actually has nothing.
It's some missiles of the ancient
arrows.
variety.
Yeah, ancient missiles, modern heart container. Okay, Dorkmaster back into Super Metroid. Not entirely sure what his plans are from here. He's gonna go into Link to the Past here, maybe save and quit over to the mountain.
Mm-hmm. This is where he's probably gonna see his morph ball and facepalm. And Liam's about to show us what is an ice beam. We need to get down to Lower Norfair, though. That's where the good music is.
Yeah, I don't think we're seeing Lower Norfair until we get a flute and mitts. Now, if I were playing, I would consider sequence breaking it once I got something for Worst Room. But we don't have that yet either. I would also consider sequence breaking it just to check out the GT area and the Myra area.
Oh, and Dorkmaster didn't go down to the Croc escape area either. He's just gonna go check Croc without even looking. So, I mean, he's headed the right way. He just doesn't know it.
Yep.
Yeah, Crumble Tower has just some missiles.
Yeah, it's vanilla.
I'm glad you know that, because I would not know. I tried to 100% this game once. I got 98, and I couldn't figure out what I missed.
Yeah, that's the danger of Hundo. It's very easy to miss something stupid, even if you know all the item locations really well. In fact, especially if you know the item locations really well. Okay, Liam looks like he's leaving Norfair, gonna leave Bubble Mountain behind. There may not be anything there, and he can ideally check that out when you're leaving Lower Norfair, when you get to that point. But it looks like I'm gonna guess he's gonna go do Kraid here. Might as well get that taken care of.
An excellent deduction. He's headed right forward. He's going to take off his speed booster to make the jump because for whatever reason, speed booster reduces the height of your jump without being able to without using speed booster. I don't know.
Yeah, if you hold speed with speed booster on and no high jump boots, yeah, you actually get less jump height.
It's so weird. It's like they took away the vertical power of your legs and made them go horizontal instead. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, the horizontal gets greater because you don't bonk your head with that high jump boots. Okay, just a piece of heart there. We don't care about that.
Unless they like made your legs heavier and you can't jump as high. I don't know. Where does the speed booster actually go? Now, are we going to see the Kraid quick kill, or are we going to get the DLC?
Oh, let's see a quick kill, please. Hopefully.
Yeah, nobody wants to see him stand up.
So this is really unfortunate for Dorkmaster, since he didn't scat out that morph ball. He's going to come down here and do the checks without a morph ball, which means he's going to leave some items behind. And there it is. There's a nice quick kill from Liam.
Yep, I wasn't even looking and I heard that.
Gonna do some analogic gate glitching here. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. This is gonna be if he doesn't get this right away, it's gonna be a bit of a time sink. He's not gonna be able to get the cosine missile location. He's gonna have a hard time getting the pantry item, the so-called Indiana Jones strat. Plus, he'll have a shot at it with the grapple beam. That's a very difficult strat. Ironically, it's the intended strat for that item.
Yeah, the intended strat sucks.
It does. Really good hundo players will learn that strat and be very good at it. The rest of us don't really care.
You have to blind shoot your grapple beam to get the hook, and it's not fun.
He's gonna go for it though. I don't know how much experience he has in hundo. Yeah, he misses it right away. And now he is soft locked.
Yeah, he's stuck.
And I don't know when he saved last. Probably just the transition.
He can get a shine spark in the lava, can he?
Yeah, that's a good point. That would work. So, okay, he's just gonna reset.
Yeah, he's like, never mind.
Yeah, I never thought about doing the shine spark in the lava. You know, because usually when this happens to me, if I'm checking it, I don't have gravity suit. But also, I would take a safety save and be able to reset there. So
yeah, if he had gone one room further south in Business Center, he would have seen the morph ball on the escape. Yep. And now he's just not there.
Oh, this is interesting. Liam gonna go straight into Meridia.
There is quite a few checks here. We can do quite a few.
Like, this is one of those things where, yeah, I think it's bold. I don't hate the play, but it's so slow without high jump or space jump. He does have speed booster though, so he is able to get through a little bit better than he might otherwise. He has grapple beam. That grapple beam is actually really nice in Meridia. It one-shots most of these enemies. Not the fish, but those crabs, for instance, get one shot with a grapple beam.
I did not know that. That's interesting to
know. Looks like there was nothing at Crab Supers, nothing at the Main Street Missiles, so he's not going to go get those. This is another place where you need to do this jump. You need to not be holding the run button to get this wall jump.
Or turn speed booster off.
Or turn speed booster off. But easier just to not hold the run button, because the extra menu, you don't want to have to do that extra menu. Yeah, if you play a lot of Randomizer where you don't, in Super Metroid Randomizer League Season 1, I literally went about 3 months where either I didn't get high jump boots or I got it really late. So that really teaches you how to deal with not having high jump boots. So,
and you don't really notice how bad it is without high jump boots until you need them, and you're like, okay, those things do a lot more than I thought they originally did.
Grabs his shield. Don't know if he actually wanted that, but he's got it now.
Yeah, it's most time runners don't say no to those because they're just basically lag. That's all it is.
Well, the first two shields aren't that bad. It's the third one that you don't want, and as soon as you get that first one, that third one becomes a possibility. If you skip that first one, you'll never get the third one. Dorkmaster finally gets his morph ball. See if he goes back and check the other croc locations.
He's not happy about his location at all.
Yeah, I don't blame him. On the other hand, I'm not a big fan of showing the rage on stream. It's just seconds lost that you can't afford at that point.
Yeah, everybody's gonna meme though. That's just sometimes the way they do.
Now swearing, on the other hand, yeah.
That's why you don't. That's why you're never restreamed.
Well, to be fair, no, I've never restreamed because I never asked to be restreamed. There's usually someone better than me. But to be fair, my mic would not be on if I was being restreamed, or you wouldn't be using my audio, one or the other.
Yeah, we'd have to say no to that. Tracy's not family friendly except when she's here. Of course, neither am I. So I mean, I can't call you out too much. And the watering hole got trashed too. I mean, we got a lot of health now.
Yeah. I mean, the extra energy tank's not going to hurt. We see Liam picking that up. And so far, Meridia coming up pretty empty. And Dorkmaster about to do his checks over at the ice beam area. Going to be disappointed. I don't believe there was anything here. Now, he didn't go back down to the Croc item city, because he needs to do that at some point, because that ice rod is sitting there waiting for him. That is a 100% required item in this seed.
Yes, indeed.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's gonna put him at a significant disadvantage. What does Aqueduct have?
Let's see if he's going to check this Crumble Tower item, and we'll see if he continues on. Because you can get to the Croc items from this direction. It wouldn't be a bad play to do it that way.
Aqueduct had trash.
Yeah, power bombs and arrows or something? No, he's not going to continue on.
He's not.
Yeah, I would have really liked that routing to get back over to the Croc locations. Because you want to check this area anyway. I think we're going to get some Save Scum Sandpit checks.
I don't blame him. I save state.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
because I'm a cheater, and I don't care about being recorded.
Yeah, to answer the question, Shed, no, Dorkmaster does not know where Ice Rod is. He made an attempt at the Indiana Jones strat and failed it, so he did not see that it was Ice Rod.
Yep.
Oh, we see that second shield. Yeah, you can tell he doesn't want a shield.
He's not getting that.
Nope. I already got one shield. If I don't grab that shield, no mirror shield for me.
I did miss what was in Cathedral and or Cathedral? Yes.
Yeah. He just checked it. It was just 10 arrows, so not gonna get that. Okay, now let's check out the right sandpit, and we'll see if he continues on all the way to Shack Tool. I actually don't think Shack
Tool is not in logic yet.
No, because not without high jump or space jump.
Yeah, it's because that jump is insanely hard to do without.
Yeah, it is easier. Hint to all you players out there, it is actually easier to do the ice clip than to get up without.
In the right side sandpit.
Yeah, that might be required. That's a rough one. That's when that's another place where I would be cursing, because I don't know if I need it. And so you kind of got to keep it, or at least keep it in mind for the future in case you do need it.
There have been times I have forgotten things that are required inside those places, and I just quit the seed because I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, so with this item set, the only way he can get up there is with a gravity jump. I'm a little surprised he's going for this, because it looks like he had it. That setup looks really good, but not quite. I'm a little surprised that he goes for this sequence break here when he didn't do, again, not being willing to do those hell runs to get the morph ball. This could be quite the time sink, and might give Dorkmaster a chance to catch up, assuming Dorkmaster goes and gets that ice rod. That ice rod is going to be, it could become a sticking point, and if Dorkmaster doesn't get it sooner.
I would definitely not waste my time too much on Shack. The chances of him having something required are minimal.
And it's a time sink. It's not only the time sink of actually getting this gravity jump to get up there in the first place. The Shack Tool check itself is long.
It takes him like 30 seconds to drill through the wall, and that's 30 seconds you could spend doing something more important.
And you think about it, he's picked up that ether, and probably wants to keep it. So resetting back to Aqueduct, not really a great option. And it looks like he's going to give up.
He's like, I'm done. I tried it. Yeah. I'm out. Sorry.
I think that's the right call. Oh, he is going to reset. Okay, so he's going to keep in mind that ether is where it is.
And we're checking our speed booster for the fire rod. Oh, speed booster location has a fire. That's hot. Man, that was a bad pun. I shouldn't have done that. So now we know the location of both of the rods. Yeah, both of the rods are in Upper Norfair. That's interesting. As you noticed, as he left, the lava was filling up behind him because he did have the speed booster item. Oh, I'll try. I got dad jokes for days, so. There is something I don't get to see very often, but it's called an X Factor, which is a special beam attack. And you use it. You charge beam, and then you use a power bomb. It's so
you need to watch more vanilla Super Metroid because it's used all the time. But in Randomizer, it's often not used because you have so many supers available to you. And one of the parts of the X Factor strat is making sure that you only have charge and wave beam when you come into this room. So you don't have to actually menu to turn anything off. Since to use a special beam attack, you need to have charge and whatever beam the special beam attack is associated with. So runners of randomizers typically won't want to do that extra menu just to do an X Factor when they have usually a bazillion supers to do the fight instead.
That is a fair point. And I know I've seen the ice shield, and I don't even know what the plasma one is because I don't.
Yeah, the plasma one no one's found an actual reasonable use for the plasma one, so no one's really come up with a good name for it. Like you have the ice shield for the ice beam, and that's used a lot in low percent ice. You have the golden shower, which is kind of a meme special beam attack with the spazer, and X Factor being the super useful one. That doesn't sound very
family friendly.
A golden shower.
All right, R. Kelly. I want to know who came up with that name because that's just not right at all. She said it twice. Yeah, she said it twice. She don't care.
All right, Liam is going to go ahead and full clear Meridia, it looks like. Going to end up orphaning Shack Tool, which hopefully doesn't bite him at all. Going to likely, potentially will orphan the Plasma Beam location. Plasma Beam, not in logic without either Plasma Beam or Screw Attack. He does have Speed Booster, and he does have Charge Beam, so he can get out of the room if he has to. In terms of killing the space pirates, but he also doesn't have anything to get out of the room in terms of just getting. No, it does. It's in logic in hard mode, but not in normal.
Gotcha.
But he also doesn't really have a good item to get out of the room, literally, other than Speed Booster, which is a short charge, and so double not in logic in normal mode here. He could save scum it and just reset when the item is trashed, though, and that might be a good choice.
Dorkmaster's going over to take on Kraid.
So a little surprised that Liam didn't just stay let Croc, because not Croc, Dragon hold him and go ahead and just use the grapple beam. Looks like he's gonna do that this time though. Yeah, you can never grab that lower one. I don't know why. You have to do an actual quick Dragon kill, setting up in the far left. And using an angle up to grab that quick kill. Once you could grab the way he was, you can't actually hook onto the lower turret.
And down she goes for some fried shrimp. For space jump. Come on, space jump.
Or an energy tank.
That's poop.
Okay, so hopefully Liam will either take a save if he wants to check plasma or just skip it altogether.
The question is, where does he go now?
That's a really good question. Well, he still has the whole Bryn Loop. He has Rex Ship. He has a ton of Super Metroid open to him right now.
He's missing out on the Fire Rod in Bubble Mountain, and that could be crippling.
Yeah, it's true. He still hasn't done Bubble Mountain. Yeah, I just realized this Dragon kill has to not be in logic for normal mode either. I never thought about that. There's several ways to get out, but he has none of the ways to get out here involve normal mode logic. He has to short charge or do a gravity jump. Yep. And he got the short charge at one point.
But what if the Fire Rod is required to get into Lower Norfair? Because what if space jump is behind the fire rod?
Yeah, well, could be. Okay, he does get the short charge eventually and gets out. And this is a tricky wall jump here. Okay, now he's gonna do.
He's gravity jumping here.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm done.
Work. Okay, fortunately, it's not a very big gravity jump, but he's when you do a gravity jump, you want to pause first, and then you want to actually do the jump into the pause as late as you can. You'll notice he's pausing. He is doing the jump way early compared to when he does the pause. So that's the later you pause, the higher the jump will be. Now, for that particular gravity jump, that's not a big deal. It's not a very big jump. Okay, let's see what he does now. Is he gonna go to plasma, or is he just gonna duck out of here?
If he goes to plasma, he's gonna be really recklessly checking that, because I mean, it could be vanilla, but
if it's not plasma, if it's not plasma or screw attack, then his only way out is to do a short charge, or to do this basically the same pixel perfect wall jump that you do in Worst Room in the Game.
Dorkmaster found Cane of Samaria.
Ooh.
Where was that at?
I missed. I've been watching Liam.
It was at Spazer location. So,
nice.
So that gives us total opening of Turtle. Well, okay, we can get into Turtle Rock once we get the mitts. Probably.
Okay. So I think what Liam's going to do, he's going to go ahead and grab this ether on his way out, and he'll leave plasma and Shack Tool for now. Dorkmaster going to go into Meridia.
As Liam's leaving Meridia. Interesting. They're going to high five again?
Nah, not quite. They're going to come close, but not quite. And that ether location is a pain to get to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you go the right way, it's not that bad. But doing it that way is, if you're good at it, you're good at it. If you're not...
Well, the problem is...
I can't do it that way.
The bigger problem is not having high jump boots.
Yeah.
So to do the more intended way, and no spring ball either. Dorkmaster trying to blindly check the item there, but yeah, now he sees its missiles and says, I don't really care about that.
It's vanilla, what do you know? We haven't seen a lot of the Brinstar locations because we have not been able to do them, so we haven't been back there yet either.
We've only seen the Brinstar locations that you can get to with Speed Booster and no Morph Ball, so there's a lot left there.
I don't know where he's going to go now.
And unless that ether tablet or that ether medallion is required, Meridia was empty. Pending plasma and Shack Tool having something. And no, we have not done a ped check yet.
I have a feeling that we will at some point soon when we get the, we have Fire Rod, we have Mirror, so we're gonna, well, actually no, Skullwood's dependent, so we may never go back there.
Yeah, that could happen, could be. Yeah, we did see the first chest and pod. It is bow locked, and I don't believe Dorkmaster's gotten in there yet. No, they did. They both went in there because it was the mirror. Neither one chose to do a potion glitch at that point. And to be fair, potion glitch not nearly as powerful in SMZ3 because unlike the Link to the Past, only the randomizer where you have two bows and thus one of those bows can be bow locked. We have a bow, and that bow's not going to be back in pod, in a bow lock pod.
Nope. Your silvers could be, but not your bow.
Yeah. We still need a basically. I mean, we think about it. We need essentially a hook shot and a bow to be kind of in no mode, not totally in no mode, since we still don't have a logical lower north for access.
We also don't have a sword. We need two of those.
And we need we could be in no mode sword mode.
We need at least two of those.
Yep.
More comfortably 3 or 4, but 2 at minimum. Because the fighter sword is like a piece of plastic again, and he just laughs at it like, "Ah, that doesn't
Pretty
hurt
much.
me." And the Sword of Evil's Bane is really bad on Ganon,
Yeah.
which you would think would just make complete illogical sense.
Yeah, well, we make such a big deal about getting that Master Sword. Okay, Liam heading back into Norfair. We haven't really found anything new for Link to the Past at the moment, so we're probably gonna do the Bubble Mountain checks. Get his fire
I
rod.
sure hope so.
We can't actually, you know what? We can't actually finish Skullwoods. We can go into Skullwoods. We need a sword to finish Skullwoods.
I forgot. You're right. We do.
So not entirely sure. Okay, so save and quit. Back to the
He's
ship.
probably going to do either Brinstar or Wreck Ship.
Yeah. I like either of those calls. You have 30 power bombs now, so there's no worries about running out. Not refilling.
Check Gauntlet. You can do Criteria power bombs. You can do all sorts of stuff here.
Okay, maybe he's gonna check this first and then go ahead and refill. I would refill. I mean, just those extra power bombs just make it so much cozier. Dorkmaster gonna do his sandpit checks. Okay, he's gonna refill here. Probably do Gauntlet.
That is what I would do next, because we have not been there yet.
Nope.
But that's why I'm a bad player. Nope, he's going straight to Wreck Ship.
Okay.
Man, they're just skipping the entirety of Bryn. And we can do Waterway, we can do everything down there.
There's a lot of items there. Now, granted, if you can manage to do the Bryn skip, that's a lot of time saved, but the odds of not any items there being important.
I mean, we can do Billy Mays, we can do the item behind Morph Ball Pad. I mean, there's so many places to go in Brinstar. It's really hard to justify not going there.
Another heart container. Link's to the Past getting healthier and healthier, if nothing else.
And into the Wreck Ship we go. We're going to go face the Ghost of Argus in order to activate the ship to be able to do anything else in here. But first, we're going to check spooky missiles. Well, it's better to check it while they're not powered on. That way you don't get stabbed to death.
And we're not grabbing a
for
single
Greg.
green rupee.
Asder, I'm going to say, is the Ghost of Argus future. Well, chronologically speaking, Argus is going to be dead long before Samus found Phantom. Because you got to think that got swords and bows with Link, and then she's got this super awesome power suit that can do all sorts of crazy stuff and survive in space. There's a huge technology gap there that we had to bridge, and that took some time.
Oh, Liam must have done an extra shot there, because you got the fast. But if you shoot more than 2 missiles at a time at Phantoon there, he's going to just disappear. You're not going to get the opportunity to Doppler. Looks like he did it again. You want to do 2 shots, he disappears. 2 shots, again, he disappears. And then he's going to come at you from the right to the left, and then you can fire as many shots as you have time for.
That's good to know. I just shoot him till he dies.
Well, that works too. It might be a little slower, but it'll work.
Sometimes I just super him to death because I really don't feel like messing with him. Here we go. He's going to try for some Dopplers there. I don't think he got very many.
No, we got maybe 1 in, because he skipped the second opening. And then only got like 1 shot in after that. Okay, now that's his proper setup. I got a couple in.
Phantoon's looking like he's about ready to die.
Okay, meanwhile, Dorkmaster going to do the gauntlet check.
Seri UX, I have no idea. I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see when he comes back to Link to the Past, see if he has that.
There's
There's
our
that
third
shield.
So, we're not going to get the mirror shield today. Down goes the ghost. I mean, there's no way he's in criteria that fast after being in near Shacktable. It's just not happening.
Back of Gauntlet is very vanilla.
Wow, that's stellar.
Dorkmaster says, I just have Charge and Wave. I'm going to grab all the ammo I can.
And now we're going to see some Bryn checks, maybe?
Yeah, I believe we are. This could be big. We got two totally different locations being checked right now. Dorkmaster going to run back up and probably going to check 230 missiles. Power-ups go to Bomb Chorizo.
Yeah, and we got another reserve tank in the whatever place this is.
Yeah, I want to say that's all 4 reserves. It just rupees at 230 missiles. Called that because in a typical 100% Super Metroid run, is the last item you're going to pick up, and thus the last pack of regular missiles. And there are 230 missiles in the vanilla game. Interesting. Not doing Bomb Chorizo, but is going to do a Bryn loop from the retro side first.
He's going to check the Shaft Supers.
He's not going to check the Shaft Supers.
Or not. Maybe not.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it without Ice Beam.
I don't blame him. Doing it without the Ice Beams kind of sucks.
But with this many power bombs, you could just power bomb the enemies there and not have to worry about them. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, let's see what's at the E-Tank over in the wrecked ship on Liam's side. It's Screw Attack.
Ooh, that's worth keeping.
Not a needed item, but certainly a very nice luxury item.
It definitely makes the Lower Norfair escape far simpler because those key hunters down there are jerks.
Well, it just makes Lower Norfair easier in general. Some people will skip that item if they've already done Lower Norfair, but I don't know anybody that skips it if it's before Lower Norfair. And a cape over at Alpha Missiles. I believe we've already seen the bumper ledge, and there's nothing there though. But it's another nice luxury item.
That can help us later on when we're trying to kill things like. Well, we don't even need that because we have red mail. Like, the cape is, right now.
It's a luxury item. That's all it is. And we're gonna see Billy Mays here.
I was gonna say, why are we not shine sparking this?
It's a little bit. It's not really faster with when you have to go up twice and lay the power bomb. It does save a little bit of energy. He doesn't need to save energy here, though. Liam about to do what I like to call the most annoying room of the game.
A room filled with gonk droids? Yeah. Yep. Because there's no fast way to do this. You just have to shoot them until they get out of your way.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it a little bit faster if you fire a lot of missiles instead of using your beam. Cane of Burna, are we going to grab that? Looks like he's going to grab that.
Well, he doesn't have cape, so he's definitely going to take it. Because that could be something necessary to do Laser Bridge later on.
It'll help him with Laser Bridge. He knows he's not going to have the shields for Laser Bridge. And there's still Spike Cave out there.
Even though we know logically that Mirror Shield is available. No, Blue Devil. There is still no sword.
Yep,
An hour and 47 minutes in.
We have not found a sword, no. An energy tank at the Sky Missiles.
Nice.
And a heart container. Liam says, I got enough of those. We've seen a lot of heart containers in Super Metroid.
Yeah, and we already got red mail, too, so...
Oh, there's a nice find. Some high jump boost for Dorkmaster.
That'll make traversing the Super Metroid much
Oh,
easier.
but he's not going to do the rest of the... He's not going to go back into pink and green Brinstar. That's still a lot of items that are there that he's leaving behind.
He's skipping Eticoons. He's skipping the back of early Supers.
So far, have we found anything necessary? We found a nice screw attack in the wreck ship, but that's about it so far. We're running out of locations.
Is he gonna go check X-ray
Yeah, I think so.
and then go back and do that routing? I don't know. That's interesting.
No, I think you route this the way he's doing this. You route this into the wreck ship, and hope you don't ever have to go back to Blue Brinstar, or sorry, into Pink and Green Brinstar. Now those high jump boots still don't put Lower Norfolk into logic, but it does make it a lot more doable. Those high jump boots would allow you to do the wall jumps to get through worst room of the game. So if you're willing to do, and now it's a high jump gravity jump, which is pretty free if you know what you're doing. There's a sword! Yay, a sword!
Holy cow! Man, 1 hour and 49 minutes. We find our first sword. We still need another one.
At least one more.
Also found our morph ball bombs in the X-ray location, so that's great. No more soft lock potential, even though we've got 35 supers or 35 power bombs.
Yep.
We also have our can fly, so now we can technically check can flies. Even though with shine sparks you can do quite a bit.
Okay, so the wreck ship was kind of a bust. We got a blue cane, which is, it's a luxury item. It's not the worst thing in the world, but not needed by any stretch. Even the stuff that it puts into logic are very easily sequence broken.
Screw attack nice though.
Screw attack's nice. It's a nicer luxury item. Oh, this is interesting. Dorkmaster now going back to the Brinstar area. It looks like not going to go to the wreck ship. I don't know why. I guess because he wanted to get to X-ray. X-ray is out of the way from what he was doing, so maybe that was the plan. Get X-ray then, and then. No, I think he's just trying to get X-ray in there somehow.
It's like one of those checks. It's like Spike Cave. It's off in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to do. There's no real easy way to route it in ever, so you might as well get it while you're there.
So interesting. Both runners ending up with a red shield and will not get the mirror shield.
Waterway has nothing.
Rupees.
You get nothing.
Still quite a few more checks left in this area. Liam gonna see the vanilla missiles. Let's see, grabs one. Just grabs one. Okay. So fun fact, you actually don't need to power bomb there to get out. There are crumble blocks there. They'll let you out. Like the vanilla game is really set up so you can't soft lock. Like if you had to use power bombs to get out of there, then that would be a soft lock potential. And
so now we're gonna see the sports on supers for the first time in almost 2 hours in.
Hook shot. Oh, so yeah, confirm. Bryn loop skip not doable today.
Bryn skip is very rarely profitable. Because we can still check Mission Impossible, we can still check the wave gate here. Space jump!
There's space jump.
Oh man, so that's Lower Norfair. That gives us access to Meyer and everything else.
So remember back when we didn't do the hell runs to get the morph ball? And I said, well, maybe if you get that morph ball and then go do the Brinstar cleanup, you might find a hook shot to make it more palatable to go into swamp and not have to double dip it.
Oh yeah, you said it.
Just saying.
No arguments from me. You called it. You 100% called it.
Okay, let's see what the Eticoons have for us today. So far, just a missile.
And another missile.
One more location left.
I'm gonna say it's a missile.
And chat saying we now have access to Shactil for the second sword, but the second sword's right here over in the Mission Impossible area. So
It's the only sword. It's the last sword we need, but not the last sword we want.
for sure. I do not know how well versed either one of these two runners is in Master Sword Ganon, or in particular Master Sword Silverless.
Master Sword sucks.
It does. You are not wrong on that assessment.
In this game, anyway. Actually, I think it's pretty bad in almost all the games you get it in.
And now the runners are going to switch places in which parts of Brinstar they're checking.
We've been in Super Metroid for a long time.
Well, we have. Well, we took a while to get here. And then once we did, everything's open. Like, at this point, everything's open. Like, Lower Norfair, completely open now. Liam gets his first sword since he hasn't been to X-Ray yet.
We'll clear Super Metroid at this point.
So Liam's gonna have to make a choice whether to go over to X-Ray and maybe do the Red Tower area or do the rest of Blue Brinstar.
I know that chat's asking for some really ridiculous things, like Shaq having the bow and the mitts on Ped, which is possible. I don't want that, but it's possible.
Yeah, mitts could be on Ped. All those dungeons do not require the mitts.
And chat's just sadistic.
That's their job. Okay, Liam picks up his hook shot.
The ice rod has been found, though, so we know that it's not there.
Honestly, that's the biggest difference between the runners right now. I don't like to call leads this early. There's still too many things left to find. But Liam already having that ice rod, having found it down in at Crocomire, Dorkmaster having gone there without a morph ball and not checking that location, definitely gives Liam a huge advantage here.
Yeah, I suppose I can agree with that, chat. It is your job to make sure that the runners get the worst seed possible. Or to at least hope.
That is not my job. That is automated. If you're going to blame someone, blame Synac for creating the automated seed distributor.
Better to have it automated than have somebody actually get blamed for it.
That's right.
People had to roll the seeds. It was like, this is Miss Metroid's fault, or this is this fault.
Yeah, I got really tired of that, to be honest. So I'm really glad we're not doing that anymore.
Robots' fault. We can't control the robots. They do their thing. Hey, you know what? I try to get the commentator's gift more than the curse. Okay, I like saying good things, but usually it's bad.
No, I don't root for bad things for the runners. Whether I'm I play too many of these to root for bad things. Dorkmaster gonna finish with his loop. Probably gonna go head over to Bomb Terizo. Still haven't seen that location.
Blaming the seat on the commentators is like blaming the waitress for your food not being cooked properly. She didn't cook your food. It's not her fault.
Oh no, Dorkmaster gonna go back into Link to the Past. Let's see. What did we even open up? We opened up the back of Swamp no, wait. What? Oh, he's gonna do the Criteria Supers.
Yes,
which means he either
Swamp is about the only thing that the only thing that we can do with the hookshot.
And the Fire Rod at Dorkmaster opens up Skull Woods. No, yeah, because he's got a sword now. He's got a sword, so he can actually do that.
He's got two swords.
Yeah.
And he is going to blow up these little yellow bouncy jelly things that are a total pain in the butt.
Yeah, 3 power bombs will do it. Now makes it a lot easier to get over them. Loses the shine spark before he gets that's rough.
There is no feeling like that. You're like, I got it! Oh, no, I don't.
And it's just bombs anyway. Okay, so we have one more check in this area, and that's the Bomb Chorizo. And then between the two runners, we have seen everything in Criteria, Brinstar, and the wreck ship, except we haven't seen any of Red Tower yet.
Where do we go now? Finish off Swamp Palace? We still need the mitts. We need the mitts, we need the bow. We don't know what medallions we need, but that's about all we need. Mitts and bow.
I think I'd go to Lower Norfair. You got, I mean, high jump, space jump, gravity suit, screw attack. If Liam has screw attack. Dorkmaster, if he goes to wreck ship, would get it. We got a bazillion supers, so the Ridley fight's not a problem. You can scout out the Mire area, see what medallion you need there.
Clearly, our definition of a bazillion is different. I could still fail Ridley with this many supers. I would find a way. They do have lamps, so lamp is definitely something that we do not need. That lamp was early. It was an Ice Rod Cave.
No, the lamp was the lamp Ice? I thought it was in. No, okay, Ice Rod Cave. I might be getting some seeds mixed up.
That happens when you watch so many of them.
What was in? There was something in. I thought it was in. I'm trying to remember what was in. There was something good in Hype Cave. Maybe it wasn't the lamp. It was something else.
The Hype Cave had the book.
Okay, which didn't really give us much.
No, but was book in Mini Muldorm? I can't remember.
Okay, Dorkmaster taking a save in the ship and refilling. Did he still not check BT?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, hopefully there's nothing there. Because if he's not checking it now, it might be a while before he remembers it.
Yeah, if Bomb Chorizo's got our mitts, that's gonna be classic.
Oh God. Okay, chat converting book was in Hype Cave.
Man, I'm actually remembering things today. What's wrong with me? No, it looks like Bomb Chorizo had blueberries.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing in chat. Somebody checked it.
I don't know. I didn't see it. It's amazing. I'm only watching two streams, but yet I can still miss completely what happens on one. It
only takes two to distract you from one from the other. So.
And I don't even have my son here screaming around trying to drive me nuts. So this is my fault. I can't even blame him.
Well, sure you can.
He's not here. I can't blame him.
Well, you can blame him, but it might not be fair.
Life's not fair, kid.
Yeah, I didn't say it was going to be fair for you to blame him, but...
Somebody's going to give us some new checks.
Not anytime soon, because... Oh, and Liam's got to fight Bomb Chorizo, so we don't miss that one. Because he already has the bombs.
That might explain why I missed the Bomb Chorizo room, because Liam or Dorkmaster didn't have to fight him. I didn't hear the boss music, plus he does, he's not audio, so I wouldn't have heard the boss music anyway, but you know what I mean.
Meanwhile, Dorkmaster into his Phantoon fight, also firing 3 missiles in one of the eye-openers.
So Liam's gonna go to the ship. He might go down to Red Tower to go to Lower Norfair.
Yep, those are the only... We've seen pretty much everything but the Red Tower and the Lower Norfair locations, if I'm not mistaken. Because I thought Dorkmaster did all of Bubble Mountain.
He did. I don't know if he did Wave Beam, but he definitely did Speed Booster and Norfair Reserve.
So, like, Liam could go down Red Tower, check the Red Tower items, head over to Norfair. He has not done the Bubble Mountain area. He could do either... He
needs to, because that's where his Fire Rod is.
Yep. He could either do Lower Norfair first and do Bubble Mountain on his way out, or he could do it the other way.
Well, I would definitely get to Lower Norfair. I would immediately make sure I get to GT and check check Mire, because with the mirror we could have mitts in checkerboard.
Yeah, what I like to do in this situation is I will take a save after the lava dive. And granted, it's not really a lava dive when you have high jump, space jump, gravity, and various suit. But take that save and then check the GT location before checking the Mire area. Because if it's nothing, especially without plasma beam here, I don't really want to take the time to fight GT. And then I'll go back in again. On the other hand, this is normal mode, so gate glitches are not required. So the way you're supposed to get to GT is the space jump way. You would have to actually fight GT that way. So we'll see what Liam decides to do when he gets there. So far, nothing in Red Tower. Still nothing, and still nothing.
Yay, nothing!
But he should remember to check X-ray. And with space jump, screw attack, X-ray is really easy and really quick. So he'll get his master sword.
There's no trolling there. You're not going to get knocked off by one of those flying jerks.
Like there's a reason why in 100% Super Metroid you do that as one of your last items, so you can specifically have both screw attack and space jump. By
GT, we mean Golden Chorizo, not Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I mean usually the context kind of tells you. Is he not done the blue? Oh, he hasn't gone back and done all blue burn star. Okay, so he's gonna do that first, I guess. I thought he did this area.
I thought he'd been here already.
Maybe he skipped pipe missiles?
He doesn't look like he has high jump. He does now.
There they are. He has them now. Okay, so it's just that one location.
I'm not sure I'd want to see a Ganon Chorizo. That'd be kind of weird.
Golden Tower might be interesting, though. Dorkmaster gets his screw attack. And of course, the other nice thing about Lower Norfair is, aside from the Golden Chorizo area, the rest of Lower Norfair is super, super linear. So you're not really going. It's think of it like Turtle Rock. It's not. You're not going super out of your way for all the checks. And the difference between go moding it and doing it now, not significant. Okay, Liam is going to get his Master Sword here.
And Dorkmaster got the only item worth keeping in Wreck Ship.
Yep. And of course, my favorite is when you power bomb, and it's not just this location, but when you're looking at an item and you're all ready for it to be trash, and you start rolling away or moving away, and then you have to stop and be like, "Oh, whoops! I want that."
It's just like walking into a check and Link to the Past and being like, "Yep, I'm just walking out," and you see critical. You're like, "Wait! I gotta go back."
Yep.
Just there got a couple seconds of transition time you have to waste. And Dorkmaster's in your favorite room.
Yep, most annoying room of the game. Oh, Liam, did he was what was it, Spazer? There was something good there, wasn't it?
Kane, you already got it.
Oh, he got it already. Never mind. Okay.
I think he's actually headed to. He's obviously headed to Norfair.
Yeah.
But is he going to lower or is he going to go in upper? That's the question.
Well, I think he's going to do both. It's just a question of what order.
I don't know what the superior routing is. I would do upper first because I'm more comfortable there. Lower Norfair, I still get lost.
If you're committing, oh, he's not even going to Norfair at all. He's going to Death Mountain.
What
does he have? Spike Cave?
Here?
Like, he still doesn't have myths, so he can't do Dark Death Mountain at all, other than Spike Cave. And the rest of it, I thought he full cleared.
He's done Hera. He's done all of Eastern Death Mountain.
Oh, he's gonna go get the Quake.
That's not a bad decision.
Yeah, this is why I like the Lower Norfair play, because you can scout out Mire, and then you only have to get this Quake. If this Quake will be easy to come back to when you have myths.
To be fair, he's also only about 30 seconds out of the way from where he was.
Yeah,
so he
it's true.
Immediately hop back down into Norfair.
So okay, so no, I changed my mind. If his plan is to potentially do Mire right now, and it may be. He maximizes his chances of being able to actually do the dungeon by getting that Quake medallion now, rather than waiting
It's gonna
until.
be really unfortunate if it's Bombos.
Yeah, where was that, Bombos?
That was in Bonk Rocks.
Oh gosh, yeah, okay, yeah, that will be really unfortunate because he's pretty well orphaned that location.
Yeah, and there's no easy way, because if you see that Meyer is Bombos, then you have to go all the way back to
You hope you find Flute. Is
Sanctuary. Yeah, you need Flute at that point, because you do not want to make a second Lower Norfair
Yeah,
dive
exactly.
to get back to Meyer. That's just crap.
Okay, Dorkmaster can get his bombs. And Liam is going to do Upper Norfair first. The quicker routing in general is to do Lower Norfair into this. But considering if he's planning on doing that Meyer play, seeing if he can find extra items that'll help him out in that area, and he will get. And that fire rod does make things a little bit easier. It does make it quicker to do some of the fire locked rooms instead of using the lamp.
Yes, it's also a good weapon for some enemies.
Yep.
Like Gibdos, even though they're only in Skullwoods and Ganon's Tower. We are just Mitts and Bo away from Go mode at this point.
Well, no
or
mode
rather,
anyway.
no mode.
Yeah. Because each one, although in Dorkmaster's case, I do believe he did scout out that Quake medallion, so he knows where it is. We'll see if he goes.
The problem with Dorkmaster is he left his ice rod in a location that he's probably not going to go back to.
That is a huge problem, and I did forget about that for a second. There's that fire rod. And one of the bigger dangers about the fact that he did clear out some of that croc area, but not all of the croc area, is I know I have a tendency to forget that I didn't clear out a whole area if I only cleared out a partial area. Yeah, to answer chat, Ice Rod is sitting up at Pantry Missiles. Dorkmaster went down there, did not scout out the Croc escape item, so he did not know the Morph Ball was there. So when he went and killed Croc, he went down looking for his Morph Ball and did not find it. So he was only able to check the items, some of the items, but not all of the items, and had to reset anyway. Okay, nothing at Wave. So we probably forgot what Dorkmaster got there because there was nothing there. Let's see if Liam does the quicker way down to Lower Norfair by using what I like to call the Remembered Highway, because in what we call New Route in Super Metroid Vanilla runs, we go this way to get down to the Lower Norfair area. This is the casual way of getting to Speed Booster if you play this game for the first time. And thus it was remembered when we started running New Route.
Yeah, I don't recognize this place. This room I recognize, but the other ones, don't generally come in that way. And this
recommend you to watch the Super Metroid multi-category tournament, so you see all the.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start seeing some things that I've never seen before.
That's right.
I usually call this room here Mount Ridley. Well, I used to, and then I found that the actual Mount Ridley is the Firefleet room on the Norfair Escape, Lower Norfair Escape, because it's a mountain that has Ridley in it. It's Mount Ridley.
Okay, so Liam taking the save. Let's see if that means he'll reset if Golden Chorizo has nothing. See if we'll go for a gate glitch if it does have nothing. So what I would do here, and this may be what he chooses to do, is I would go the intended route, just like he's doing, because I want to check out the space jump locked item. And if it's nothing and Golden Chorizo's nothing, I reset and come back and do a gate glitch to get to into the Maya area.
Yay for the music! It's the best music in the game.
Dorkmaster, gonna go do Swamp. You can't finish this now.
this item right here is actually the one location in the game that is space jump locked hard, because you cannot activate that statue without space jump.
Yeah, the game actually looks for that space jump for some reason or another. Because you can actually get to that location. It's just missiles. Okay, so we don't care about that item. And let's see what the item here is. Let's see if he resets on it. It's just supers. He's going to reset.
He's out.
So it means he's going to do a gate glitch to get over to the mire area.
I don't blame him.
Gate glitch is not in logic for normal logic. But it's not a bad trick. He's got 35 supers to do it with, so he should be fine. Yeah, sure, with a good point. That was a vanilla GT. The missiles at the Crumble Bridge and the supers in the GT room itself.
We've had a vanilla Golden Chorizo. We've had vanilla Gauntlet.
Yep.
Backup Gauntlet, anyway.
Yep, backup Gauntlet.
What is this game?
Okay, Dorkmaster not going to be using Diver Down strats, even though he has the Canis of Mario. Probably hasn't learned it yet.
I haven't learned it yet either, and I don't plan on it, because it looks cool, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'd like to learn Icebreaker. That's the big one I want to learn.
Yeah, if you're going to learn only one, that's the one to learn. But Diver Down's nice, too. Okay, let's see what these items are. And Liam having no trouble with the gate glitch. Just a piece of art.
And now we get to see Meyer. Yay! Yep. The Diver Down chests are irrelevant. And yeah, Meyer's vanilla. It's an ether. So right sand pits required. And both of our runners have already been there, so we're good. The single arrow is in Checkerboard Cave. And in the Meyer shed, we will see what the items are here, and then I presume Liam is going to full clear Meyer. And here we go. He's going to go into Meyer with all the items he has. He can full clear it. He has, I think he has Cape and or Cane, so he has easy invincibility strats on Vitreous. We do have the red cane, so we can full clear the dungeon. And Dorkmaster taking down Argus. Liam doing a very good clear of that first room. It can be kind of difficult, especially with all the enemies there that can hit you from a distance. Do we have a Godmire?
Probably.
You know you have a god. Yeah, you know you have a Godmire when you find the big key within the first two chests, and usually that happens when you can't go mode it.
No, not
There's
yet.
one key. Because for whatever reason, Misery Mire has a ridiculous amount of keys.
And
Today is not a
ridiculous amount of
Godmire.
doors. Yeah, a ridiculous amount of doors that go to nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you've ever played Key Sanity, Link to the Past, I guess, or SMZ3 since that's a thing now. You don't actually need to pick up any small keys from Misery Mire to full clear the dungeon. Because you got enough pot keys and such.
Yeah, they're hidden everywhere, and he's out of magic. Oh,
He has
he's
enough,
got just
yeah.
enough.
Just enough.
To open it.
Very smartly switched to the lamp.
And luckily for him, there's a full magic refill in the room below. Underneath the uppermost pot.
Yep. It's there for a reason. Okay, so where's Dorkmaster? Did Dorkmaster not finish? He didn't do Dragon, did he? Looks like he's gonna go do that now.
I didn't even know that was there. Wow, okay. I always just try to morph ball over those
Oh,
spiral bugs. I didn't know that was there at all.
yeah. Well, if you're
I've never been here except for in the combo. I don't know what's back there in the normal game.
a missile refill, in fact.
So no reason to go back there.
No,
Perfect.
there's never a reason to go back there. Just like a lot of these rooms in Misery Mire, there's never a reason to go there. And Liam did find the big key, but still looking for the other item. Or two. Has he found an item yet in here? I don't think so.
Dorkmaster was trying to go for a shine spark across this room, but did not make it up in time.
I think we found all the small keys now.
The problem with Mire is it's got 6 chests and only 2 items.
Yep.
I think it's 6 chests.
6 plus the big chest. Because let me get this right. 3 small keys, map compass, big key.
Right.
And I guess maybe that's 7 then, because there's got to be a second item of some sort, like rupees or whatever the vanilla thing is.
Yeah,
but it's not a lot.
No, it's not. And for the amount of problems this dungeon can give you, it's not worth it.
And we just found 20 rupees. Now, Dorkmaster will be able to check Plasma and Shack Tool. And if those are something we need, that'll be pretty big.
To be fair, we are 2 hours and 20 minutes in, and we still do not have mitts.
This is true.
And no matter how you slice it, you need those.
You need the mitts.
Unless you do some illegal glitches.
Yeah, there's no legal sequence breaking for the mitts. Like the bow, for instance, you can't sequence break in this seed because you need it for Eastern Palace because you need to kill the Igors. If you do get a seed that has both Eastern and Pod as a pendant, and you know how to mimic clip, you can get away without getting the bow. Well, there's no such thing for that without mitts. And to answer the question, Pod is bow locked. And we don't know, neither runner chose to glitch through it. It's a pendant dungeon. The first item it had was the mirror. So figuring that the progression was there, neither one decided to keep going.
And here's the anti-fairy with the powder that's perfectly placed. You just blast it right before you go fight Vitreous. Boom. Now you get a full refill. Because Vitreous hurts.
Yeah, we're going to see some cape strats here. Because
so
if you slash your sword while you're wearing the cape, you'll notice the magic doesn't go down nearly as fast, and you can usually finish all these eyeballs. The other nice thing is that when the big eyeball sticks itself out of the goo, you can actually damage it too.
It's one of the things that Link to the Past is bad at doing, is multiple things at the same time.
Yeah, Link to the Past doesn't multitask very well.
You're gonna hammer the eyeball.
Okay.
Something like 16 hits or some craziness.
Dorkmaster going down the left sand pit. I thought he checked both sand pits already, but it looks like he didn't.
He did. Is he going for the mirror shield?
Or maybe he wants the supers. Wants one of those items. Like, I am not as anti-shield as most people, but I am not going out of my way like this to get a shield.
No, this is not worth my time.
No, it is not. I mean, even if you're really bad at the gap skips and Link to the Past, and even if you don't have the shield, and even if you don't have either Cape or Cane Burna, there is a nice door right there that you can take as a safety door. And every time you die, you just respawn right there on Laser Bridge. So, but yeah, Dorkmaster wants those.
I will take the safety door.
Okay, Liam also gonna. Oh, interesting that Liam's also gonna do desert here.
I mean, it's a quick mirror. It gives you 3 more items, 2 in the dungeon, 1 on the green pendant. So it's not a bad decision.
It's one of those things where either you're gonna do it now, or you're committing to just, well, maybe not last location yet. I think there's a few other locations that he'll get to later than this. but you are committing to leaving it for a lot later. I think last location right now for Liam is Plasma Shack Tool. Unfortunately for Dorkmaster, last location for him I think is going to be the croc items, and unfortunately he needs to go there to get an ice rod.
Yeah, really, really unfortunate.
Whereas we don't know what's in Plasma and Shack Tool. We're going to find out at least Plasma soon, though.
Is it vanilla?
Could be.
That'd
If
be
it's
fun.
vanilla, if this is vanilla, that's really not bad for Dorkmaster. Or sorry, for Liam, because he does not need Plasma to beat the game.
No, plasma's a luxury item. A very nice luxury item.
Yep.
But luxury item. It could be French vanilla and be Spazer.
That'd be funny.
Oh,
silvers.
it's
Okay.
silver. It's still a luxury.
It is a luxury
Oh,
item. So, yeah, Liam
Especially
probably
considering
going to have
we
to
only
do...
have Master Sword still.
Yeah, especially, yeah. Liam, good chance he's not doing... good chance Liam's doing Silverless Ganon.
There's most definitely the plasma of Link to the Past, for sure.
Yeah, I do feel like Liam's a little more comfortable in Link to the Past, so it's probably not going to be an issue, especially if he does find another sword somewhere.
Dorkmaster, where are you going?
I think he was thinking about routing this like you would route Hundo, where what you do is you go right Sandpit to Shack Tool to Plasma, and then you go take Cack Alley back to left Sandpit. But here that doesn't make sense because he's already checked both Sandpits, so what he wants to do is just go straight down the tube here.
Liam gets a very clean Landmo fight, and gets his green pendant. There is nothing in Desert Palace.
Okay, and he's not going to be checking that green pendant for a while because he's going to go back into Lower Norfair and finish that up.
I hope. Here comes a Shack Tool play. If Shack Tool's got something required, this is going to be ridiculous.
And meanwhile, we're going to see what's in Lower Norfair.
Because this could be Mitts, and if this is Mitts, then Liam is never going to come back over here until he has to, absolutely has to.
Yep. Like I said, his last location right now looks to be Plasma Shack. So if this is something required, then that's going to be problematic for him.
Gets a nice shine spark through the rising lava room of the
Fast Pillars.
Amphitheater?
Yeah, that's...
No, that's not Amphitheater. Amphitheater's next.
Yeah, that's called Fast Pillars. Because theoretically you do it fast with the shine spark.
I like doing it fast with screw attack.
Yeah, Screw Attack Space Jump also makes quick work of that room.
Oh,
and just a heart piece. Oh, and a flute at Mickey Mouse.
Oof.
So, yeah, Lower Norfair required by Space Jump. Also, if I'm Liam, I'm not happy to see that flute, because I just went out of my way to do Desert to make it more convenient, and now I could have just waited and just done it with the flute.
Knowing what you got in Desert, not done it at all.
Oh, careful. Well, he's still... that green pendant could still be something. Okay, now Dorkmaster going to make his way out of Meridia. We'll see where he goes next. Probably Lower Norfair.
Furby Oats, I sang that in my head, just so you know. Alright, Liam's going to give us a look at what the power bombs of shame are.
And today they are...
The Mitts of Shame! Oh my god! What a terrible place for those to be.
Oh, it's not that bad. I mean, Lower Norfair... The game was gave you everything you could want for Lower Norfair except Plasma Beam, and that's on path. Like I said, Lower Norfair is so linear.
We only have the bow now to find out where it is. That could be anywhere too. Well, anywhere that's not bow locked, obviously.
Yeah, bow could be anywhere but in Pod, on Armos Knights, and in GT. Oh, hang on. Dorkmaster gonna go do the rest of Crocomire.
Ooh, that's good. He needs to.
Yeah, he does. I feel like it looks like he's trying to do all these little, oh wait, maybe not? No. Okay, please tell me you're just getting a refill.
It's strange to get a refill
Nope.
when you have high health.
He's just getting a refill. Yeah, there was no reason to get that refill. But it was on the way, so I guess he figured he might as well pick it up. This is not the route you normally take to Lower Norfair from where he was starting out. But it works. It would have been great routing if he had gone over to Crocomire. Even if the item wasn't there. We know it is there. Oh, Liam not quite getting far enough over on that ledge to be in that nice little safe spot that where Ridley can't pick you up while he's pogoing. You need to have at least one. You have to have 1 foot completely off that bridge for that to work. This fight is not looking great. He's got plenty of ammo though.
And Ridley's getting close to being dead. It's just, yeah, that sucks. I can never manage to avoid the pogo. I always get picked up. That also takes me way more than 30 supers.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the same thing here. Now, he can't soft lock. He does have charge beam.
But he can die.
He can die, yes. I believe he's got like 3 or 4 full reserve tanks, though. Okay, Dorkmaster is going to do the gate glitch instead of going the vanilla way. We'll see if he checks the GT area. Okay, and he does manage to get through that fight.
For whatever reason, Ridley picking you up self-destructs him. We don't know why.
Yeah, I find that a very weird mechanic, and it's one of those things that for new players just not obvious, and makes the fight a lot harder and a lot longer. And it looks like it was just bombs there at Ridley, so nothing useful.
Yeah, so far Lower Norfair, the only thing that it really had was the mitts.
Okay, let's see if I don't know if Dorkmaster took the save. So he must have taken the save, so he's resetting.
I sure hope so, because if he didn't.
Yeah, I do like the way Liam did this better, just because if that item is necessary on the Crumble Bridge, then you have to reset and get back out and around to go get it. And you can actually leave that room. You don't have to go down the crumble blocks. So you can still avoid the fight. So now if Dorkmaster wants to do Mire and Desert area, he's going to have to gate glitch again, or he could just choose to do it later. He doesn't know, of course, that the flute is going to be right there.
Yeah, it's not a gamble you normally take either.
No.
And here's Mount Ridley, or otherwise known as the Fire Fleet Room.
Yep. Where we just have 20 rupees.
So we're just looking for bow.
And there it
is! The bow's in
Lower
jail!
Norfair. Yeah, the Lower Norfair was the play.
Oh, man! Wow! That means Liam is gonna go for Silverless, Ganon, Strats.
Yeah, he's not getting the silvers, but he might find another sword. You'll probably see him check a lot of on-path chests, though.
For sure. I guarantee there's a great chance that he's going to find another sword. Because the dungeons he has remaining have a lot of checks in them. Ice Palace. Well, Ice Palace is probably just going to be skipped because Ice Palace kind of sucks, but...
Well, if he does... If he knows how to do Icebreaker, you can check... All the chests are now on path except for Ice Tea. So there's a good chance you could find a sword there.
He's not in go mode yet. We do not know what Turtle Rock's medallion is. If it's Bombos, he needs to go find it. And it's in Bonk Rocks. So
I suspect the first thing he's going to do is head straight up to Death Mountain through the portal here.
Clear it out, probably?
Yeah, he can clear everything. Doesn't want a bug net. I don't blame him.
But he needs the swag net. Yeah, we're definitely... Well, we're in Schrodinger's no mode right now. Until we find out what the medallion... Well, we know. We're
in no mode.
Yeah, sorry.
Liam's in that Schrodinger go mode situation, yeah. But probably, if I'm Liam, what I do at this point, I go and scout out Dark Death Mountain. If that doesn't give me what I want, probably do the Bonk Rocks, activate the flute, head over and turn in the green pendant.
He's headed straight on out like he said he would. Gonna blow through Frog Speedway real quick.
Yep. Yeah, this will spit him out right at Death Mountain, so we'll know pretty soon.
Yeah, good call. He's headed right there.
And if he can do Turtle Rock, he might just do it, or he might choose to wait to see if he can get another sword for it. Not a huge difference. Either way, you're climbing up the mountain one extra time, either to do Turtle Rock into GT, or you're doing it to... You're doing it now, either way, so, either way you're climbing up again.
Yeah, might as well get it out of the way while you're here.
Yeah, it depends on how comfortable he is with Master Sword Trinex.
Also depends on whether he has the right medallion.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't have the right medallion, then he has to go search for it.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go.
That's just a given. He'll check, but he'll check under the doormat, so to speak, and won't find it.
It's true, we still have Super Bunny Cave, and we have Hookshot Cave to do as well.
Yep.
Both of those could hold a sword. Of course, both the swords could also be in Ganon's Tower, so one never knows.
But the point being that he's got other dungeons to do, so he's going to have an extra mountain climb regardless of whether he does TR right now or whether he puts it off till later. And it is Bombos. Oh, God.
What the chances? The one medallion he doesn't have.
Yep. We'll see how long it takes him. I think he checks these locations first, and then saves and quits to Sanctuary to do the Bonk Rocks King's Tomb, and then activate the flute.
Yes, that makes perfect sense to me. He'll be in go mode within the next 5 minutes, I suspect.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he could choose to finish off Swamp Palace first. He could choose to finish off Ice Palace first. Eastern as well. So he could do all those first. But eventually he's going to get to those Bonk Rocks. None of those would really be bad plays. He's already cleared most of Swamp. The rest of it won't take long regardless of whether go or not. Ice Palace, if he Icebreakers, turns into a much quicker not go mode dungeon. And Eastern, he's also full cleared except for the last, the Armos Knight, so... None of that's going to take him long if he chooses to do those first.
He's going to Spike Cave first.
Yeah, hoping to get a fairy or at least a heart drop from one of these bushes. It gets at least a heart drop.
Oh god, the heart beeps. They're back.
They won't last for long. Okay, let's see whether he just does dungeons first. Okay, so he's going to be in Sanctuary. This is the best time to check those bonk locations. Because they'll probably go ahead and activate that flute.
Yes.
I mean, he technically doesn't need to activate the flute, but I think he's got enough still to do, enough traveling around still to do that. I think it does. I think it is worth it. Meanwhile, Dorkmaster making his way through Misery Mire.
And here it is. Two hours, 39 minutes, and 20 seconds. Liam Atlas is now in go mode.
Yeah, it's not a super comfy go mode. His beam combination is not great. He's only got a Master Sword, and he won't get silvers, but it is go mode.
Get your 07s in the chat for the Hyrule National Anthem.
Did Dorkmaster... Oh, he's got the cape selected, but he's still trying to do this the long way. This isn't even the strats you would use in NMG, although of course you'd have a tempered sword there. What you want to do in NMG is you want to actually take some damage from the goo while you're doing those sword spins. So this is going to be a really long fight. Okay. Liam now with the flute can do these dungeons pretty much in any order he wants.
Vitreous is one of the worst boss fights in the game. It's so long.
Yeah, and I don't think Dorkmaster quite understands the way the cape works. I think Azur's right in chat that he's trying to preserve that magic. But if you slash, like we said earlier when Liam was doing it, that magic is going to go down very, very slowly, because while you're in the middle of a slash, the magic's not going to go down at all. And so you can do it a lot faster, and usually fast enough to kill all the little eyeballs before you run out of magic, even without half magic.
He does have red mail and 16 hearts, so and he's got blue potion still, so he's safe.
Oh, Liam doesn't do icebreaker. Huh. That really surprises me.
Maybe he's just going straight for the end?
Icebreaker's still faster.
I
mean, the go...
Does he know it?
I'm guessing not, if he's not doing it. Icebreaker makes a bigger difference in a not go mode situation than it does in a go mode situation, but it still makes a difference. Now, the bigger difference is he won't be able to check, the chests here. If one of those swords is in this dungeon, he's not going to get it. Because the number of on-path checks pretty much is down to the very first chest, which I didn't see if he checked it or not, and the freezer room.
I wasn't looking. I was watching the eyeballs.
But he's not going to bother even checking this one. The freezer chest being one of the ones that's very easy to check.
Yeah, he's done looking. He's done.
Yeah. Yep. He says, I can do Master Sword Silverless. I'm not going to worry about it.
Master Sword Silverless Ganon is probably one of the worst things in this game. It's 52 spins to kill Ganon?
Yeah, something like that.
It's obnoxious. It's 12 for phase 1, 12 for phase 2, 4 for phase 3, and 24 for phase 4. So that's just an obnoxious amount of spins.
Yep.
All the while not having half magic, so you're gonna have to get torch glitch and not die.
It'll be interesting. He with that flute, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes ahead and, like right now, I would pop that green potion, to use the fire rod on the rest of Cold Stare, and then maybe fill up with some blues for the Ganon fight. Not expecting to get another sword. Dorkmaster gonna get his green pendant, which we now know is basically nothing. It could be a sword, I guess.
Yeah, that's potential. Hell,
But
there
Liam-
could be a sword on Ped, for all we know.
Now Liam does do a nice job with that Cold Stare without even refilling that magic and using the fire rod further. And he's got Eastern and Swamp yet to do.
Lots of dungeons he's already been through, so he just has to go through those real quick.
Yeah, to answer the question in chat, they have the same swords. They got one at X-Ray and one at Mission Impossible in both in Super Metroid.
That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to get it wrong.
I think there is an item here in Armos Knights.
I have no idea.
Because I do remember both of them checked the vanilla big key location and found either map or compass. Silvers were at Plasma. Liam's not going there.
Yeah, that's not even close to being in the way, so he's not going back there.
No. When he killed Dragon, he did not have the items to be able to get out of Plasma, and so it wasn't in logic, and so he didn't check it. Dorkmaster killed Dragon much later, and was able to check it and get out. Liam could have checked it with a save scum, but chose not to. But I think even if he knew they were there, I suspect he doesn't go get them.
Liam's execution has been very good up until this point, so I hope it continues. That stupid Stalfos! Get out of the way!
Yeah, you jinxed him there a little bit.
That's not really his fault. The Stalfos decided to pull a Mr. President and take a bullet for his friend. He's setting up for the Armos Knight's quick kill. And gets it for a sword!
And gets a sword! Oh, that'll make his life easier.
No, it's less than 24 spins. It's 12 now.
It's 12 spins.
12 slashes, 12 slashes, 4 slashes, 12 spins. So that's way easier.
Way, way easier.
If we get another sword, that's going to be 6, 6, 4, and 12. So I'm even better.
Well, if he wants to do spins in the first 2 rounds, it could be 6, 6, 4, and 12 already.
True.
Okay, now we're going to do Swamp. Which is another nice go mode dungeon.
And with that Temper Sword, it's going to make Argus die a lot faster.
Yep. At this point, the only things that Liam could possibly want, I mean, Ice Beam would be nice to get through the Metroid rooms. Plasma Beam would be nice. Pretty much that's it. I mean, another sword. I mean, although sometimes some of the better players don't really care for the gold sword. It does add a tiny bit of lag to your game. So I'm not even sure he cares about that. But an Ice Beam and a Plasma Beam would be nice. So he'll probably check No, I don't think he may not check anything in GT other than the items up to the big key. We'll see if he checks any of the upper parts of GT. We'll see if he checks anything in here. And Dorkmaster trying to get picked up by Ridley. And he does.
Yay, self-destructed bird. I wonder how hot Ridley's wings would be if you made those as a meal.
Hmm.
Just open a restaurant that's everything Super Metroid flavor, themed.
Yeah, I'll pass on that, that restaurant.
Or Super Ridley wings. I don't know. Fried Dragon shrimp. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I'm kind of hungry, so that's probably why I'm thinking this.
Yeah, so not really surprised that Liam doesn't do the diver down, since we already saw him not do the icebreaker. The two are found around the same time and kind of go hand in hand for learning them.
Yeah, and he's just he's done checking stuff. It'd be something more like Crate a la carte, because I don't know. He just bears it all. I don't know. Spore spawn salad, I like it. Not sure I'd want to eat it. Dorkmaster making his way out of Lower Norfair Escape.
He'll find his bow in just a second.
Down goes Argus. One more dungeon to go. The best thing about Turtle Rock is also the worst thing about Turtle Rock. Doesn't matter whether you're in go mode or not. It takes about the same time.
Yeah, there's some key layouts that'll make it a little bit faster, depending on where the big key is, depending on where some of the small keys are. But yeah, it's definitely not the dungeon that's super nice to go mode.
I can't stand Ice Palace, but Go Mode Ice Palace is not bad. I mean, heck, Mother Brain's got all the entrees right away. She's got what, the chicken nuggets, French fries, ketchup beam,
Yep,
and the rainbow sherbet. So dessert. I mean, she's got everything.
well, that's the fast food restaurant.
You could put. I didn't say it was going to be good food. We all have that one restaurant that's absolutely horrible for you, but you go there anyway because you love the taste of the food. You know you're going to die eating it, but you don't care.
Okay, Dorkmaster picks up his bow, and he's an ice rod away from go mode for him.
Yeah, and I don't suspect he's going to find that ice rod anytime soon.
Now, he's cleared everything else in Super Metroid, so maybe the only way I see him going there now is if he figures I'm not coming back into Super Metroid ever, so let's just make sure there's nothing there.
He's making sure to get the swag net, though.
Yeah. But if he doesn't go down to Crocomeyer's area and get that ice rod, he's not getting it for a long time. He still has to finish Thieves Town because he died there trying to do Hammer Blind earlier. Has to do Eastern, has to do Ice, and wouldn't be surprised if he gets all the way down to Laser Bridge in Turtle Rock before going back for that ice rod if he doesn't do it right now.
The ice rod is notoriously trolly and it likes to hang out there, so I can definitely see him doing that.
So that compass in the first check in TR makes it a little less likely we're going to be able to skip anything here.
Yeah, Turtle Rock's not very nice. I'm thinking we're going to see half magic up here too. Unless it's in Pod or GT.
Yeah, half magic can be anywhere. We may see it, may not.
We did miss out on a lot of things. We didn't do any of the myths checks because we didn't have the myths.
Yeah, myths weren't quite go mode, but near as, considering that we had bow shortly thereafter, at least for Liam. But yeah, Dorkmaster not gonna do Crocomyre's area, so he's not getting back there for a long time. He might do those myths checks.
That's gonna firmly put Liam in the lead here, without a doubt.
I mean, Liam was already well in the lead. I mean, it would have taken. I mean, I can't think of anything else going to get
circumstances for him to fail. What? Oh my goodness.
But I heard, I want to say Apathy Duck was talked about how important scouting can be. Maybe in Solsky, maybe both of them talking about it. So I think sometimes that gets undervalued, and checking just that. I mean, it's a door transition. It can be a little bit of time, but it in the end, not scouting that morph ball, I think really hurt Dorkmaster, because if he had scouted that morph ball, he would have known that he could get it before heading down and checking all the Crocomire area. Instead, he went down to the Crocomire area first, was not able to get everything down there, and then picked up his morph ball on his way out and decided it wasn't worth going back down.
That is going to be what costs him the biggest chunk of the race.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I mean, his execution otherwise has been fairly good, except for that one, that one or two mistakes that really just penalizes you so much that you're out. I mean, I think this is elimination stages too, is it not?
Yep. Yeah, Dorkmaster a little bit more well-rounded between the two games. You can tell he's got a little more experience in Super Metroid. Liam looks like is very well-versed in Link to the Past, has played a very good Link to the Past game. Super Metroid a little bit weaker, so you may need to work on that a little bit. That Ridley fight in particular.
A lot of runners. I see a lot of runners who are really strong in Link to the Past and not so much in Super Metroid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's Link to the Past has a bigger following. It's easier, so more people want to play it.
Yeah, I would disagree to saying it's easier. I've had long conversations with people about this, and I really think that, first of all, some of the more basic strats in Link to the Past are easier to watch and pick up just by watching. But some of the more subtle things in Link to the Past I think are much harder. Whereas Super Metroid, some of the more basic stuff is a lot harder to get in the first place. But once you get it, you get it. But the more advanced stuff, that jump between the earlier strats and the more difficult stuff is not as great. Whereas, I mean, there's some really subtle techs in Link to the Past that you would never know to do unless you actually talk to someone that knows how to do them.
That is the truth. Like hammer dashing.
Well, hammer dashing doesn't even work if you don't play the Japanese 1.0. So.
That's true.
Yeah, so Dorkmaster is doing hammer pegs. He's going to probably do this entire Smith sequence. Liam was able to completely skip this. Honestly, though, as much as it's not going to matter, if I were Dorkmaster, I always say this: do the crystal dungeons that you can full clear. Okay, look, plasma beam. In this case, for him, would be Ice Palace and Eastern Palace, and then you make a decision: do I do Smith's Chain? Do I do one of the pendant dungeons? Do I go back and do Crocomire? You have those options.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 7th crystal we have obtained, so that means it's time to play a game. There are 22 locations in Gaines Tower where the big key can be located. 21 chests and 1 torch. Put your guesses in chat now, and we will see who wins.
Yeah, no bot, but you can get your bragging rights in.
Yeah, we'll say your name on stream and give you an unlimited supply of Link to the Past Super Metroid combo randomizer seats.
Which you could already do.
Don't ruin the prize. We will keep the guesses open until he steps foot inside Ganon's tower. And guesses are done.
Okay, going to the right first.
It's going to check Hope Room and maybe go right side.
Peas.
He's got a
And
small key,
key.
so that will make him go that way. That's a good call.
It can be. If the big key's here, it is.
I mean, the whole bottom part of it. I mean, Ganon's tower in general, I hate all of it. It sucks.
Oh, I don't
And
hate
there's
all
our
of it, but this room is
floor
bad.
in Ice Palace. The first room of Ice Palace had our
Nice.
floor.
Map. Rupees. Bombs. Shovel. Yeah. Fortunately, this is not Key Sandy, so that shovel's not going to lead to the Ganon's big key.
We're going to see an icebreaker from Dorkmaster.
Well, there's a big key, not the one that Liam wants. And 7 is a small key.
Aside from Pod, Ganon's Tower is the dungeon that has the most keys.
Eight, 9, 10, 11. Okay, well, not finding it yet.
Yeah. It's getting closer and closer to the number I normally pick. I've been right once.
12 is super missiles.
Half magic was in the freezer room.
Which, to be fair, super missiles is not a terrible thing to have. Since he's going to have a pretty weak beam combination. He's not getting plasma, we know now.
Oh no, definitely not.
So Ice Palace had some nice stuff in it that Liam completely skipped, understandably though.
Half magic and a sword, definitely nice.
Yeah, it's 13, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think 12. I think 12 was the fire bar room, or the one before the fire bar room.
Yeah. If... $14, 15, 16, 17.
Whoa.
Okay.
I think everybody's out except for our tracker. I usually guess for 19, so I mean I'm feeling pretty good right now.
No, this is
18.
18. Ah,
18.
you just missed. Just missed.
Yeah, nobody wins. Sorry, guys. The closest person who got it without going over would have been failure to communicate at 17. If we're playing by the Price of Rice rules.
I think somebody guessed 19. Besides you. Very nice, Mimics 1. And 2 as well. Dorkmaster heading over to Eastern Palace, going to finish that up. We'll get a gold sword for that. So when he gets to Ganon, it's going to be pretty easy. Might be a while though, because he still needs to find that ice rod.
Yeah, he's gonna miss out on that for a while. We're gonna see what's on the green pendant. It's nothing, but it's the spring ball. Wow, that's just about as bad as having it on the Shack tool. Would it be Shack Tool, the green pendant of Super Metroid?
I don't know. I'm not sure there's a good green pendant equivalent. There are definitely things that are like pendant dungeons. Like
Yeah.
Trackmeyer.
For sure. Shack would be the ped. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And now we get to see Pod. We haven't seen this yet.
Nope. I don't think there's anything. I guess Ice Beam?
That's
Could be in
about
here?
the only thing
Yeah,
that's left.
That's all that's left that is interesting at all.
Unfortunately, Flek is going to be looking for it for the duration of the race. I don't know if he's going to forfeit when Liam finishes or not. I don't know how that works. I mean,
It's up to him. A lot of players, especially if it's their last tournament race, they're gonna want to finish. But I think when you're in go mode and you see your opponent finish, you're a little more likely to go ahead and finish. I know I would be more likely to go ahead and finish in that situation. So we'll see what he decides to do.
I know a lot of people also don't like doing an ice rod hunt. So
yeah, exactly, because the ice rod can be anywhere except on Trinex and in Ganon's Tower, and that's it. Everywhere else is a location it can be in. And for Dorkmaster, he's got all of Pod, he's got the finishing off Skull Woods, he can dip Turtle Rock and get all the way down to Laser Bridge and check the whole thing. It's all available to him.
Moldworm 2, are we going to see what's in his final possessions? Yes, we are. Triple bombs.
Yeah, something we definitely do not need.
Yeah, that's a big thanks, buddy. We really needed those. I'm going to make sure to use those bombs on Aga, too. And here we are for everybody's favorite geometry battle.
Yeah, this isn't geometry. It would be more predictable if it was actually geometry. It'd be a lot more predictable.
I think that was a single hit.
Yeah, those two looked like they hit at the same time. And unfortunately, once again, Link to the Past not being able to do two things at once.
Now the patterns are so desynced. There he goes.
Okay, yep. Aga 2 is down, heading over to the Ganon fight.
Say, Ryu, did you break the bot?
Yeah, the bot's had issues for a while.
It worked earlier.
Oh, it went down again today. Okay.
Well, they're probably working on it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Big Pig.
Yeah, Liam going to use spins here to make this a little bit faster. If you can get a double spin, especially during this part, do a little bit of poke dashing, do a little bit of sword swinging.
I really wish I knew how to do poke dashes.
Already in the third phase. Is going to want to get that torch glitch. It's not game over if he doesn't get it, but will make it a lot more difficult. He does have at
Have
least
any-
one bottle of green, so...
No, he used it on the way up the tower.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
oh, I think you're right.
The fire room right before the top.
Okay.
There's one. There's two. And down goes Ganon. Everybody get your single G's in chat for Liam Atlas.
Now, just to finish up Turian.
Yep, and it'll be a nice, clean, quick Mother Brain, hopefully.
He's going to want to refill here.
Yeah, 55 supers, 120 missiles.
He has to refill. He cannot complete this unless he refills.
We got ammo for days, but we're gonna need that full.
So with 55 supers, he's going to need 15 regular missiles on the Mother Brain to fight. He may choose to use some of those supers ahead of time. I'll probably use them on the doors because the super is essentially 3 missiles when used on a door. So he's got more than enough.
Use power bomb strats to get through the Metroids.
Yeah, that's actually in some ways that makes it better because you're not going to waste your projectiles on the Metroids. You'll just use the power bombs.
We never did find Ice Beam.
Nope. But if Dorkmaster keeps avoiding Crocomire, we might.
Yeah, well, he's only got so many places left to check.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's... Did he full clear pod? I thought he did.
I have no idea.
He might not have actually beaten Helmasaur if Helmasaur maybe doesn't have an item. Oh, he's going to do Pyramid Fairy now.
We always call Torian the GI tract of Zebus because it sounds like the digestive tract working. It's a bunch of bubbling and gaseous exchanges and all sorts of weird sounds. And there's weird things in there that eat you. It's, it's... Now, if you're doing it right, you only need 3 power bombs per Metroid room, because you can just get all the Metroids to conglomerate or gather up on you. Get X-ray and an energy tank.
Oh, yuck!
Ugh. Dorkmaster has no idea where he's missing.
No, he does not know. Yeah, I honestly think the fact that he went and cleaned up some of the other areas, like going out of his way to go to Plasma, out of his way to go to Shacktool, I think he completely forgot that he did not complete the Crocomire area. All right, and we are done with the Metroids.
Well, there's still one more.
We're done with the ones we need to kill.
It's really big, and actually is here to save you. Is Dorkmaster going to Turian right now?
This isn't a terrible idea. I mean, he can finish. Usually you don't like to finish Turian first, unless you have every item you could possibly need. So no Ice Beam. In this case, without the Ice Beam, it's not exactly ideal. It is faster in general to do Turian first. He doesn't know he's probably not going to get Ice Beam anyway. But if you don't have all the items, most runners will do GT first in hopes that they'll get some of those items. But this gives him time to think about where that Ice Rod could be, figure out where he skipped. Because yeah, at this point, I do think it's a where is it, or where did I not full clear? Because I think he's basically gone everywhere. I don't know if he actually got into Turtle Rock or not, but there's just not that many locations left.
No, I don't think he's been to Turtle Rock. It would help if he turned off Screw Attack.
Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to group the Metroids by moving them into place. You don't actually have to turn off Screw Attack. What you can do is just stand there and let one of them latch onto you. Once that happens, then the Screw Attack's not going to matter.
I was going to say, he's not, Liam's not doing a Zeb skip, but then I was like, oh yeah, right, he can't. Well, he could have done a try to speed Zeb skip, but those are not cool. The Ice Beam one is a lot easier, but we don't have Ice Beam because we never found it. There's so many things to dodge here, it's not fair.
He's got so much ammo, it just doesn't matter.
Alright, Mother Brain 1 is down. Now we start with Mother Brain 2, where you just shoot her till she dies. Well, shoot her till she tries to kill you, anyway.
Okay, so the 52 supers plus 8 times 3, so 24 missiles will finish this off. Looks like he's just going to fire all his regular missiles. There are a few other options. What I often like to do is I'll fire off supers until I have 15, and then fire off all the missiles that I have. And then if she's not at catch-up before I'm done with ammo, I just start doing charge shots until catch-up, and then fire off the rest of my supers.
So when she starts doing catch-up is when she's 15 from death?
Yeah, it's actually just over 3/4 of the damage done. So it's really 14 if it's just supers. But, you know, you want to do 15. A, in case you miss, and B, because if you're using other sources of damage, then it's not quite a full super missile.
Fair enough. And he just tanks the beam, because stand-up glitch here would be fruitless.
Yeah, no point. I mean, there are ways you can save a second or two by repositioning the baby Metroid, but it's really not worth the soft lock potential.
Well, Dorkmaster might do it. He's got charged plasma.
Yeah, he's got
more.
Yeah, he could just do because he's got a 24-shot fight if he wants to use his beam combination, as opposed to the 120-shot fight that Liam would have had with charge only.
That's a big difference.
Or I should say charge wave. Yeah, it's a pretty big difference. It is still faster to use supers, though. It's very, very close to the same DPS between supers and full beam combination. So even those extra 4 shots make it faster to do supers. And 36 shots with the Hyper Beam will do it.
She deserves this. She killed the baby. And now time's up. It's time to go. 3 minutes until self-destruct. Why, oh why, does every planet I go to have to blow up? Okay, maybe not every planet. I guess there are some planets that Samus visits that don't explode.
Well,
But
she didn't. I mean, Zebus is still here, and they set off a bomb in the first Metroid, but it didn't destroy the entire planet.
The second one did. They made sure not to fail the second time.
No, they definitely made sure the second time.
And I think in Fusion, she crashes the space station into SR388, and they blow up at the same time, which means that space station had to have had some serious explosives in it. Because I mean, how much power does it take to blow up a planet? I mean, the Death Star obviously could, but I mean, this is not Star Wars. SR388 explodes at the end of Fusion, though. You make sure that the thing crashes into it, I think. I think it's SR388, isn't it?
I mean, for Metroid 2, yeah, I think that's right. Alright, here we go. Liam Atlas enters the ship, finishing up with an official SRL time of 3:19:37. GG's to Liam
Get
Atlas.
your GG's in chat for Liam. We'll see if we get him in here for an interview.
And Dorkmaster can at least finish up Mother Brain at this point. We'll see if he decides to continue on after that. And joining us is Liam Atlas. GG's.
Thank you.
So, when you saw that morph fall sitting there at Croc Escape, 4 E-tanks, Reserver 2,
I thought about it.
Because, yeah, I know I would have just gone and gotten it.
I thought about it, but then I was hoping that the chain to get to it would like eliminate or help me like think of where the logic actually wanted me to go. But then it ended up being a terrible chain, and I was just I should have just gotten it.
Yeah, it's really funny because if you go back and watch the VOD, you're going to hear me saying that, you know, if you got the morph ball and you can full clear Brinstar, maybe you find the hook shot, and then maybe you go, that'll take you to Swamp Palace, and maybe it's there.
Yeah, it would have made it would have made Swamp not a double dip, that's for sure.
Yeah. But in the end, your scouting of it made a huge difference in this seed. So Dorkmaster did not scout it ahead of time. So when he went to Croc, he went down below, couldn't get the ice rod, and never went back.
Did he not have speed booster?
You can't get that with just speed booster if you don't have the ability to fire off a power bomb. Because he didn't have Morph when he went down there.
Right.
So yeah, he could have gone it with the Indiana Jones strats, and then could have shine sparked out from the acid, which is not something you think about very often. I don't know if he actually could have gotten out from there though, because it's without high jump boots. I think you guys had grapple at that point, so maybe that would have worked. But it would have been rough.
Yeah.
But at least he would have known it was there. So that in and of itself would have made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, like I said, I saw it and I thought about it, and SM's not my good game, I guess you could say. I prefer Link to the Past.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. Your Link to the Past showed really well.
So yeah, I was just like, you know what? It won't. That means I'm gonna get Varia really soon. It's all good, and yeah.
Yeah, you got it real soon.
Yeah, like the last thing I could check.
Yeah, so you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Dorkmaster has officially forfeited.
Yeah, he forfeited actually a while ago. And joining us now.
Hello, Dork. GG.
GG's. A good tournament, making it this far.
Now, eventually, you do plan to have Morph Ball in your Metroid game? Yes. Hello. Hello?
Maybe.
Well, you could have scouted it.
We're one room away from it for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have. I mean, yeah, obviously I should have scouted it. That would have. I mean, eventually I was going down there anyway, but God, that logic chain. That's one of the worst morph logic chains I've ever seen. That was atrocious.
This is why I like hard mode. Because in hard mode, like, well, okay, it's just a required hell run.
Yeah, that would have been in logic.
Yeah, in normal mode, it's like, okay, I have to stay in logic. We have to get all the way to Swamp Palace to get that Various suit, to go back to get the Morph Ball, to eventually get that hook shot in Brinstar, to go back and finish Swamp Palace. I mean,
yeah, and I did go down and like, well, after I was in the Croc area, and it was like, okay, maybe I can just check some things even though they're not in logic just to clear them.
Yep.
And I fell down, and then I'm like, I don't think I can I forgot about like Shine Sparking. I didn't think of Shine Sparking out of the acid because I wasn't sure what to do in that case because you don't have Morph yet. That's really weird.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been in that situation, but never with Gravity Suit and Speed Booster there. So it didn't really occur to me. Actually, Semper came up with the idea of Shine Sparking out of the acid there. Because normally...
I'm going to have to remember.
You need it,
that's a very
right above
situation to be in.
But yeah, and of course, using the grapple beam to get that item is even though it's the intended strat of the game, it's a terrible way to get that item.
Yeah, it is awful. It is awful.
Yeah, swinging across the enemies is very annoying to do. But that would have because I didn't get to see that location, and I had already been down there, and there were only that was one of 2 locations I didn't see down there. I for sure would have last locationed that ice rod. Like, I would have cleared the rest of the stupid game.
Yeah, so my question is, did you forget that you hadn't full cleared that area, or did you just not want to go back there until it was last?
I knew. Okay. I knew. I just was like, okay, well, I can still do East Dark Death Mountain. I can do Hookshot Cave. I can go into Turtle Rock. Maybe it's in there. Like, I would have done all that before I went back there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that's basically the way I was with those last 2 checks I orphaned in Meridia. If anything was in there, which apparently Silver's was in there.
Yeah, Silver's was a plasma.
Okay. Yeah, I was never going back there. That's for sure.
No, it didn't look like you really needed the Silvers anyway, and you did manage to get a sword on Armos Knights. There was another one in Ice Palace, but at that point, you weren't checking.
Right. Is the first one.
like Lower Norfair locked everything. It was a freaking gold mine.
Yeah. And I made the play to go to Meridia immediately just because we had everything for it. I was like, well, maybe he won't go to Meridia immediately, and it ended up being nothing, basically.
You both went there relatively early. There was nothing there. Yeah, I personally don't like the Meridia play because it's spread out. It's like Lower Norfair is Turtle Rock, because go mode versus not go mode is not a whole lot different. But Meridia is I don't know, maybe it's I try to think of a good analogy, maybe Pod.
Pod or Swamp.
with save scums and checking everything and the routing. I mean, Hundo routing in Meridia is pretty ugly. And that's Hundo, where you're required to get everything and you're not using save scums.
I mean, I assume because we got Gravity so early that there's got to be something there probably, because the logic was chaining us like that the whole time. And at that point, I got morphed so late. I was like, I need to have some gambles pay off. I need Titan's mitts at Shack Tool or something stupid like that. So I was at that point just gambling on things.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Liam, you tried the Shack Tool check, but that's
it was out of logic still, and that's a tough one to Gravity jump,
I'm telling you, the Ice Clip, not that you had Ice Beam, and not that we have any idea where Ice Beam was, but the Ice Clip is actually easier than trying to do that Gravity jump that you were doing.
Yeah, the Ice Beam's similar to doing the Mock Droid one, kind of.
Yeah, it's the same idea, but it's a little more difficult. But I think that one's a little more worth learning. But yeah, okay. So Liam, I ask you, no Icebreaker, no Diver Down yet?
I have not learned those actually.
Okay. Is it on your radar? Something to pick up in the future?
Yeah, I'll probably learn it eventually. It's not something that's like a high priority for me right now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, in Go Mode Ice, it's a smaller difference than in not Go Mode Ice, at least. So, and you had Go Mode Ice.
Diver Down doesn't make nearly as much of a difference, but I would highly recommend Icebreaker because it makes Ice Palace much more pleasant, and it's the setup is honestly super easy to learn. I learned it in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just look into it. I just literally any of the newer stuff that's really recent, I just haven't sat down to learn yet. To be quite honest.
Yep.
I have a question for both of you. I always ask these of the runners that I commented on. Your favorite part and your least favorite part. Starting with you, Liam.
Favorite part on this? That's a tough one. I did find it funny that Swamp eventually, when we went there, had both boots and barrier suit.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, oh crap, is it going to be behind boots? Does the chain go further?
Yeah, we were thinking that too as a possibility.
Least favorite part, I don't know. I made a lot of incorrect calls. Like I should have just followed my normal clear of Super Metroid and gone to Brinstar first, because then Meridia would have been so much faster with space and high jump and everything.
Especially those two items.
Yeah, high jump especially. Yeah, and I almost missed it because I forgot to check tunnel, and then had to go back after coming back down Red Tower.
We saw you go back for that, and I didn't realize if you'd forgotten it or just left it on purpose. I guess you forgot it, so you know.
Yeah,
you were going back down Red Tower, and then you take it to the left into Brinstar. I was like, "Where's he going?"
Yeah, well, didn't you recheck Blue Brinstar?
Yeah,
that you had.
Yeah. It's just one of those. I space jumped right over to Blue Brin, and I completely forgot to check tunnel.
Question aimed at you, Dorkmaster.
Morph Ball is my favorite and least favorite thing about this siege because honestly, we had Speed Booster and Grapple pretty early, so if I had actually scouted it like I should have, like you could have easily just run down there and gotten like just Morph Ball, even if you were worried about going outside of logic and stuff. I think for Morph in particular, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think it was like 4 tanks you all had when Liam saw it. I think he had 4 tanks plus at least 1 reserve.
I had 3 in a reserve, so I had 4. I had enough to make it. I just had to make sure my health was full.
Yeah, like if I had scouted it, I think I would have gone there like just to get Morph and then try to stay in logic the rest of the time. But Morph just is so crucial and opens up so much. Like I can just keep in mind that like nothing else there is in logic and Varia is somewhere.
I think if I would have had less to do in Link to the Past, I think I would have. But yeah,
there was still quite a bit of Link to the Past to do.
Yeah, exactly. So like that ability to sequence break Morph Ball, like if you scouted it, is actually pretty cool. If I was just watching this, I would have been like, oh, that's a neat like set of circumstances there, because the intended logic chain is so dumb. It's kind of beautiful.
It's normal mode has dumb intended logic chains. It just does.
Yeah,
I've seen ones much worse than that.
Oh yeah.
I will say the counter to that is once I got my Morph Ball, I basically checked nothing ever again in Link to the Past, except for I think I checked Desert when I was in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, well, once you had Morph Ball, pretty much the entire game of Super Metro was open to you. Yeah. To be fair, I mean, some of Lower Norfair didn't really open up, certainly not logically at least, until you went back and got your space jump and high jump, but definitely was doable. If you wanted to, although worst room in the game would have required the pixel perfect wall jump, which only a few people can do. Aussie floaters.
Yeah. Oh, actually, sorry. I thought of one other thing that's that's actually my favorite. I thought that the Lower Norfair portal was our entrance into Mire. So while I first went into Lower Norfair, I cleared out the whole Mire area, and then continued further in Lower Norfair and found Mitts, Flute, and Bow when I had Silvers already, which would have made Vitria so much faster. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing.
You both did that. You both did both Mire and Desert, because Flute could have been in GT,
Exactly.
in which case going back there would have been a pain. And there's that Flute sitting there.
Yeah, I almost forgot. I almost forgot about that because it was so like late in the seed at that point. But yeah, there were just a bunch of things that were like a slap in the face.
Everything that would have made Vitreous easier was right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faster, at least I played it safe on that fight.
Yeah, so just a little bit of advice for you, Dorkmaster, on that fight is if you slash your sword with the cape, the magic goes down really slow. That works really well with Master Sword. Doesn't work with Fighter Sword because you have to do spins with Fighter Sword. But you had a Master Sword, so
I didn't
might be
know that it slows the consumption. I mean, I knew that I could, but I
no,
didn't
but
have
you had but you had a full bar of magic. So if you actually just spam the sword button while you're in the goo with the cape, because of the way Link to the Past works or doesn't work, and the way it doesn't do two things at once very well, your magic will actually go down slow enough that you should be able to kill all the little eyeballs before you run out.
Yeah, game doesn't like to do two things at once. So if you're spamming animation during the animation, it won't actually be draining your magic.
That is good to know. Yeah, I'm definitely much less experienced with all the weird intricacies of Link to the Past for sure.
And there are some weird ones.
Yes, there are.
Okay, Liam, you're going to be facing Maniacal next, so thoughts about that? Who's watching and scouting?
Yeah, I don't anticipate winning, but I'm going to try my best.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to try to make some plays and try to. It's Rando at the end of the day. Anything could happen.
That's right.
But no, he's a very strong runner, though.
And Dorkmaster, anything you want to add? I mean, again, making it to this round of brackets, really well done. So congratulations to getting this far. Anything else you want to add?
I mean, I certainly didn't expect to make it this far. I mean, GG, Liam, I assumed today I was most likely going to be out of the tournament, so I figured you just have a little fun, do some memes, and go out swinging, and boy, did the game give me a good stick in the pants on my way out the door. But I expected to be out of this like 2 rounds ago, so I'm pretty happy making like top 32. I can't complain at all.
Yeah, man, GG. Good job in the tournament.
All right.
Thank you, and good luck in your next match. I look forward to that. Yeah, Maniacal's a heck of a runner, so.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So anything else anyone wants to add before we go ahead and wrap up?
I don't think I have anything left to say, which is unusual because I normally talk a lot.
I'll just say thanks for the restream and the commentary, everyone. And, the admins, like Tracy, you're one of the organizers. So thank you, everyone, helping to put this on, and the trackers. And yeah, I'm not going to get to say it again. So thank you. It's been a blast.
All right. I guess that will do it. So definitely want to put in the thank yous to our tracker, Sarah UX, for pushing the buttons behind the scenes, doing the hard work that we don't have to then. Thank you to, I will add in Miss Metroid, our main organizer, for all the hard work she does, along with all the other speed gaming people behind the scenes. Thank you to chat for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed this race. And of course, Semper Fire Dog, we finally got to do some commentary together, so real glad we got to do this.
Thanks for reminding me I had to do this today, because I almost forgot.
Yeah, you had to get an extra, there's an SG bot, it pings you.
I was ignoring Discord because I didn't want to listen to it. And I looked over and I was like, who the heck is that? And it was you. And I was like, oh God, I gotta go.
All right, so yeah, that's gonna do it for us. I will shout out, we do have some more scheduled matches coming up today and a couple tomorrow. We have Pizza versus Cantaloupe Meme. That'll be at 6:10 Eastern time on SpeedGaming on the main channel. Immediately followed by Super Nintendo versus Dragon Dart. I believe that is the last pre-round, essentially, to get the last person into the round of 32. That'll also be on SpeedGaming. And tomorrow we have 2 races, a noon race, actually 12:10, Ninjembro versus Cross Product. That should be a good one. And then at 7:10 Eastern, we have Ashdor versus Cheesinator. So a lot of good stuff coming up. A lot more to be scheduled. So hopefully you all tune in to all those. Yep. And hopefully we see you all at the next race.